Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Hello, everyone.
What up, Yessie? It's just you and I. Oh, Jibby. Jibby's here. Shout out to Jibby and Yessie, the first ones. Guys, we're just in time. Just started.
Hey, Madam Clerk, let's run through the agenda.
Just in time.
Yes, Mr. President.
Oh, she tried to look sexy today.
There's a request to continue item 31 to May 10th, 2023, sir.
Without objection, that will be the order.
Items
Hold on, guys. Just got to get that.
1 through
There it is.
21 are
Got to get that
items
line
raised
off
for
the bottom.
For public hearing, items
Morning, guys.
22 through 30 are
Tyleen,
items
Wolf,
which public
Jonathan,
hearings
Ryan,
have been
Milene,
held. Items 31 through 46
Melina,
are items
Kurt,
which public
Joseph,
hearings have not been
Atomic,
held. 10 votes are required
Irene,
for
Sons of
consideration.
Fun, Dan, Molly.
Okay, without
Christmas,
objection, those items
Nebraska,
are now before us.
Mike Smith.
Councilmember Lee.
What's up, everybody?
Thank you, Mr. President. I just ask if we can continue item 41 for 1 week, please.
It's good to see everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Item
Morning,
41.
Randy.
41.
Champ Girl, Troy, Lone Star, Nina,
Sorry, Mr. Lee, you said 40 and 41?
No, just 41.
Nini Singh,
41. Thank
Sooner
you.
Ross.
All right,
Hello.
that'll be the order.
What's up, Kenneth? Jim, Dirt, Jay, Calamity Girl, Weenat.
So
Stinks is feeling pretty good.
41
Playing
continued
with
to
the
1 week
birds
is
a
May
moment ago
16th.
outside. Well, at the window.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Thank you, Council President Price. Good
I
morning,
don't even know
everybody.
your name.
I would like to call item 31
I don't even
special
know
for
your
special
name.
vote, and I would like to ask to continue item 36 until May 23rd. And if I could just briefly say, apologies if you're seeing that we're continuing some of these REAP items. We have a community
Hi, Misty.
advocacy team
Hi,
that
Molly.
engages the tenants and the
Hi,
buildings
Emily.
to
Hi,
make sure that
Jesselyn. Hi,
things have
Wayne.
been upgraded. And we need time to do
Hi,
that. And I know
Texas.
Councilmember Heather Hutt has put in a
What's up,
motion
fam?
so that our offices are given that information beforehand, so we don't have to keep continuing these items. But just so you know, I don't want us to get, burdensome on that, but we just need a little bit of
Did
time.
you
So I
say
look forward to that motion.
burdensome
Okay, thank
on
you.
that?
Thanks for the comment. I think
Burdensome
31 had
on
been
that.
called
Is that a
already,
word?
correct? It's been continued.
Burdensome.
31 will be continued to
Burdensome.
May 10th, and that's tomorrow. And
Burdensome.
Councilmember, it's item 36 that is continued, correct? To May 20. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
OG
Members, any
tone.
other items like to call special?
Well, in her world, it is. Burdensome is in her
Okay,
vocabulary.
we're now able to vote on items that have
It's
not
in
been
her
called special.
dictionary,
Madam Clerk, which items are
Herthosaurus.
before us?
It's right
Mr.
there.
President,
Page
those would be
16.
items 22 through 30, sir.
Burdensome.
Okay,
What's
any
up,
comment,
Terry?
members?
Learning new words.
Seeing none, let's open
Burdensome.
the roll.
That's the word of the day, everybody.
Close the
Burdensome.
roll and tabulate
Figure
the
out
vote.
how to use it in your daily life. I want you guys to figure out how to use that word at least one day today. Go to Starbucks, Denny's, wherever you're
Okay,
going.
members, we're now moving on to public
I don't wanna be
comment.
burdensome,
Please note
but can I
today's
have some
meeting
more
includes
ketchup?
Call in options for public comment. Public comment will
Ah,
be taken
yeah,
both in
that's how it
person in
works.
council chambers and also via teleconference. Madam Clerk, would you please read us
Bottom clerk.
the call-in information that was also provided in the agenda?
Yes, sir. As indicated on the agenda, members of the public wishing to offer
Yes,
public
burdensome.
comment should
Spelt
call
it right too, Knight Rider.
254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160535.
Shout out to the Knight Rider.
Then press pound. Press pound again when prompted for participant ID.
You guys want to call?
Once
Right
admitted
there.
into
No
the
bullshit.
meeting, press
Call
star
in.
9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press star 6 to unmute.
burdensome.
Again, call
For me to go to work.
669-254-5252 and use meeting ID
I
number
love you guys. That's why I come here.
160-535-8466. Then press pound. Press pound again when prompted for participant
Waiting for the
ID.
callers is burdensome.
Once admitted to the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it's
why I
your
come
turn
here.
to speak, an automated
'Cause you
Zoom
guys
voice
make
will
me
ask you
laugh.
to press star 6 to unmute.
All right, guys.
So for members of the public calling in or in the room, when it's your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak on. You have 1 minute per item to speak, up to 3 minutes total, and if you wish, 1 minute for general public comment. Speak to the items before beginning general public comment. We'll tell you when your time's up. When speaking on the
Yes, if
agenda
you call in,
items,
go by the
if
name
you're on topic.
Burdensome.
Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you're not on topic,
What's your
or if
name?
we
My
can't
name
tell
is
whether
Mr.
you're on topic,
Burdensome.
You'll get one brief warning.
I don't
from
mean
the
to be
president.
burdensome.
At that point, you need to get immediately clearly on topic. If you don't, or you can stray off topic, unfortunately,
I'm gonna
you'll
start
forfeit your
selling shirts
speaking
that
time.
say it's a burdensome thing. You wouldn't know.
Items that are open for public comment are items 1
You don't
through
know.
21, 32 through 35, 37 to 40, and 42 to
Burdensome
46.
Bonnie?
So
That's her
1
garbage
to
pail kid.
21 and 32 through 46, except for numbers 36
Ah,
and 41,
shit, yeah.
which were continued.
Oh, look
as
who's
was item
here.
31. So, for members of the public calling in, as you were told, when it's your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will prompt you to press *6 to unmute yourself. If you don't do so, council staff will prompt you once more, usually by reading off the last 4 digits of your phone number. At that point, you really need to press *6 right away, or we're going to move on to the next speaker.
At that point, you
Finally,
really
there is
need
a
to do
brief
that.
time delay between the live meeting and the broadcast. That makes 2 things important. First, when it's your turn to speak, if you're listening on multiple devices like Channel 35 or YouTube, please turn
He still hasn't been smart enough to record himself saying this shit and just play it on tape and then just sit there and drink coffee for the 2 minutes while that tape plays and he doesn't have to keep explaining himself. But some people work hard and some people work smart.
Please keep one ear to the phone and just don't
He
listen
doesn't
on the
work
other
smart.
devices. We want you to hear in real time when it's your turn to press *6. If you're only listening to the other device, you may not hear quickly enough, and you may unfortunately get passed over. And with that, Mr. President, we are ready to take public comment in the room, I believe.
Okay, thank you. We're going to
We're gonna go with
call
Mr.
names,
Harlan.
and if you'll line up either left or the right and be escorted to the podium by the officers. Melinda Powers, Mr. G, T.S. Stevenson, David Galvez,
Well, look who's here.
Donald Harlan,
Donald Harlan.
Angela Lateras,
Yes, Donald.
Leticia Stevenson, Carolina Morin. If your name is called, please.
I heard Mr. Harlan. That's all I needed to hear.
Okay.
Yes, so if you could go to the...
I hope they
if you
give 5
go
minutes to Mr.
around
Harlan.
To the sergeant over there.
Now they're teaching him how to walk around. Like, how hard is it, man? Just come over here. You'd walk around. I'm okay, Emily. Just very busy.
If your
very
name is
tired.
called, if you go to
Listing
the
a lot of
sides,
cards, working
typically
hard.
we go to your left.
Taking care of the cat.
But and then the sergeants will direct you into the
Mr. Sachs, hopefully he's there. I don't see him
into
right
the
now.
podium to speak.
Last time he rolled in a little late.
Hi, speaker. So if you
Maybe he
would
might be
please
on the
remind us of
phone.
the
Who
name you
knows?
signed
Let's
up
see.
under,
And
what
you got to
wanna
remember, that's
speak
just the
on.
first 5. He may be in the
Latia
next group.
Stevenson, and this is a follow-up comment from the last city council meeting.
Sure. Please go ahead.
Hi.
She out
I'm
of breath.
coming because I wanted to say that the issues that I spoke on has not been addressed. I have been placed with the Safety Initiative Program with Karen Bass, and they put us in a reprehensible
He does,
hotel
Jay
room.
Taylor.
I have 5 children. I'm having my 3rd set of multiples any day now.
What?
And they put us in a room with 1 bed, exposed sockets, feces on the wall, nasty boogers on the wall. There's butt-naked prostitutes that's running around the hotel in front of my children. It's very unsafe, unsanitary, and it's a situation that we've been placed into that has made it even worse than the situation that we were already in. I spoke to them. I spoke to
So you thought
Victoria
having more
Gomez.
kids would help it
I
out.
spoke to several of the deputy mayors. Yes, the deputy mayors. I'm sorry, I have everybody's names here in my phone.
Deputy mayor?
but
Who the
I don't
hell's a
have everybody's
deputy
names
mayor?
Offhand, but I spoke to several people in regarding to the matter, including
Deputy
my
mayor.
case manager over at Hopix,
Thank you.
who
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
We're
you.
going to follow with you right now. Let's
Thank
get,
you. I love it. I love it. There's boogers. There's
Yeah, I think there'll be
feces.
somebody to help you over off
And
the
I have
side.
2 kids, 3 kids. I got another set of 3 coming.
Councilwoman Rahman's
and I
office is
need
going to
help.
assist you.
You know, you need help is you need your tubes tied.
And I'm
That's
sorry
what
you've
you
had this
need.
difficulty.
That's what you need. Your tubes
Mr.
tied.
Which items had you signed up
need.
for?
Because I'm
Hi,
tired of
Donald
paying
Harlan.
for your
I'd like
kids.
to speak on agenda items number 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 32, 34, 35 through 40, 41, 42, 45.
Okay.
up,
so the
Scoop?
items between 22 and 30 that you had listed,
Yes.
we've already voted on. You can talk about those in open. The ones that you listed from 31 on,
Thank you so much for the description
are
of Tier
open
1,
for public
Scoop.
comment, except for, 32 on, except for 36 and 41. So why don't we give you 3 minutes for 32 through 46 minus 36 and 41, and then you can go to general and talk about the others.
Okay, I would like to mention about the REAP properties, agenda items number 35 through 40, that the LA City Council should be made aware that those people that committed those crimes on those properties, to cause them to become REAP properties, they want to attack the people by declaring more REAP properties. They say, well, you took away my house, family's house, because my pops committed a murder to get possession of that house.
What up, Casey?
And you put it on REAP.
What's up, Baldy?
I say, well, I'm going to get them back by declaring your house the same thing and putting your house on REAP. So there's a big problem on 35 through 40. The houses, the properties I'm looking at came out valid. They're all right for REAP. But I wouldn't allow you guys to add any more properties to REAP under those conditions. Those people doing that are making fake assessor reports and all kinds of layering. They want to create competing county assessor reports for the same address. You find out the address isn't real or the address isn't attached to a lot. They're built illegally using a different address. And then they publish a fake assessor report that competes with the real one. Yeah, those people don't need to be making REAP properties or declaring anything. They don't even need to know how it understands. The 6th Street Bridge, 6th Street Park. Yeah, I like parks. Those are real nice.
Parks.
It'd be nice if they had a place to take their dogs to shit, so they're not just shitting on the sidewalk. I know that could be kind of a bad thing even over there, but underneath the bridges are
the
nice
dog doing?
places for parks where there's a little shade and stuff, maybe some trees. 1341 North Seaward. I don't know about that address. I'm a little concerned about the mayor appointing LAHSA LASA people. There's a big push for her. The mayor's trying to
True Pacifica guitars.
push people into positions into city planning or community planning, and everything they're doing is illegal. That needs to be stopped. Also, number 28, the San Pedro Enhanced Infrastructure. The Port of Los Angeles belongs to me. So does most of San Pedro. You guys aren't to be building anything in there or spending any government money in there. Nobody's supposed to be putting money into San Pedro. I don't want your hydrogen shit, your hotels, nothing like that.
Yeah, you have a minute for general. Please continue, Mr. Harlan.
I just want to let you guys know I did listen to all the budget meetings, and I have several things that I wanted to prevent. You guys they're developing an innovation. They got money for innovation, and what they're doing is they're using that innovation to manipulate the laws and agenda items you guys put up to make it so you guys end up with everything or own everything. Innovation, that's not what they meant. Anything labeled innovation needs to be pulled away from those people. If there's money for innovation, they're abusing it.
That's right.
And it's not just to stop the money or take it away from them after the fact. They need to be stopped. That's weaponized. That's Mayor Garcetti pulled that shit. Oh, we have money for innovation.
Thanks, Mr. Harlan.
Thanks, Mr. Harlan. And don't be putting nothing on Mr. Harlan's property.
Mr. President, I received an amending motion on
He's
item
so awesome.
23. I'd like to read into the record.
Please do.
He's
So
rad,
it-
dude. I
it
love him. He is
provides,
pure gold, I
regarding
agree.
item 23 that be amended as follows.
What's up,
Adopt
Vid?
The May 5,
What's up, Fight
2023
Fan?
communication from the Planning Department attached to the council file Inasmuch as the appeal was withdrawn.
Wise
by
guy,
the
he's doing
appellant,
pretty good, as you can see. He's
that
slowly
is
getting
supports
better.
lines for environmental responsibility.
I think he's gonna
and
go into
therefore
his
the
chair.
City Planning Commission determination is final relative to the approval.
Let's see.
of
There he
mixed-use
goes.
Development with 109
Is it enough of that?
dwelling
I
units,
want to go in my
including
chair.
14 units
Go in
for
your
very
chair, buddy.
low-income households, presented by
That
Council
way people can
Member
see you better anyways.
Soto Martinez.
They can see you way better there.
And we'll need a
Look at him.
a second.
Super
on this
shiny.
as
Look at how
well.
shiny his coat is.
I'll second that.
Okay,
Look at
and
him.
then
Oh.
we're going to need to, because this is already
Daddy, I'm
voted
gonna
on,
go
we'll
this
need
way
to
so that way I can
reconsider it
watch
so
the
that
crazy guy.
Item is before us again.
Yes.
He's my baby boy.
Mr. President, does
It's
council
getting there,
want
wise
to
guy.
reconsider
Every day.
23 now?
Oh, shit,
considering
our
it's
homeboy's
amended,
up.
sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Get
let's
ready
open
for the
the roll.
count. Under
We'll
or
vote
over
that over
30? I'm going to say under 30.
Okay. And
Count, guys, quick. Under or over 30?
I'm not sure that the amendment
Hurry,
is
hurry,
substantial,
hurry.
but in an
Under
abundance
or
of
over?
caution, why don't we
Under,
reopen
over
public
30.
comment on him?
I'm saying under.
If anybody wishes to speak on that, either in the council chamber or
Under,
on the
there's
phone,
one. Cortland
we'll take
says
public
under.
Comment on 23 as well.
Under for Nebraska for Donna.
And then we can
Above,
after
trackside
public
says
comment,
over.
If members don't
Way
want to
under,
discuss it,
huh,
we'll vote
blood?
with everything else.
Boy, all
All
right.
right.
Mr. Grabner, which items had
Here
you
we
signed up
go.
for today?
Right, 31, 42, 43, and general comment.
Okay, so 31 has been continued.
Okay.
But you can have the time on the other items and then a minute for general. So please begin.
All right, so we'll start with item 42. Item 42, I think, was the KDL motion.
4.
KDL shouldn't be getting anything approved by the council. I don't know why he still has motions on the agenda. See, he's hiding.
7.
He doesn't, because he's afraid of us.
8.
Which is the whole point. So that's a win. He's not even showing up anymore until after public comment.
10.
So KDL we need to be taking away all his power. Anything you
11.
can do, let's do that. So let's make sure that anything KDL puts before this council, let's make sure it fails, and it fails miserably. It should be, just one aye from him, and everyone else should be a no. Let's just embarrass KDL because he doesn't deserve to be on this council or have anything passed. 43 continues the rewards for snitches. He was snitching to the LAPD and trying to get people arrested. It's actually shameful that a purported abolitionist is seconding in the motion for snitches, rewards for snitches to the LAPD. Yeah. So let's not give money. Let's not give money to snitches.
Fuck.
We also see all the violence they do. So let's not give rewards for people to just so that you can expand the already very racist, anti-black, anti-poor criminal justice system even more. All right, moving on to general comments.
Oh, God damn. Oh, my God. Fuck.
So, for general public
Sure.
comment,
Fuck.
I don't know where. Hopefully, KDL won't show up today. I hope you should all let KDL know that most of you actually didn't even want to hear his presentation. That was such a failed idea, Paul. That you're just giving him even more powers. Now you're letting him do presentations for the council. What's next? You're gonna put him back on committees? I mean, come on. Let's send the message to KDL. Well, let's send the message to Paul too. But KDL is not welcome on this council. KDL should not be considered welcome on this council by any of the council members. Stop arresting people. Stop, trying to lie about arresting people. And also, it just occurred to me, why haven't you considered the motion to disarm these cops yet? You have literal murderers in here. Disarm the cops. Get out, KDL.
Wow, 35 ums.
Thank you.
35 ums. In literally
Warren,
3 minutes,
please.
we got 35 ums.
Please.
I was way wrong. Fuck.
Eddie
Not even
Morin.
be way under.
Luis. Martha Jimenez.
Damn it.
Hi, speaker. So if
All
you'd
you
remind
said
us of
over,
who
you guys
signed
are the
up under
winners.
And what you want to speak on.
Not me.
My
I
name
lost.
is Angela Yerenas, and I'm just making a public comment.
Have the minute. The floor is yours. Please begin.
I don't know
Thank
if it's
you.
a new record. It might be, Tony.
My name is Angela Yerenas, and I've been an animal control officer for 24 years with the Department of Animal Services. I'm also a union steward for SEIU 721. We have reached a critical situation at our shelters, housing more animals than we have appropriate cages. Our insufficient staffing levels affects the ability to properly provide care for the animals in our system and to provide quality service to our
He's
public.
scared, Om.
We are no longer keeping
Simple.
our heads above water.
One word,
We
scared.
are drowning. My brothers and sisters at LA Animal Services believe in this cause and support this cause. For many of us, this is more than just a job. A search for a new GM is underway, and there are many outside influences affecting the selection process, but employees who have a vested interest in the success of this department should also have a seat at that table. A new leader will need to address the overcrowding responsibly, hire more staff, invest in public education and community engagement.
Thank you.
I didn't. Wise guy. I missed that.
David?
See it.
Good morning, Council and President. My name is David Galavis. I'm the Associate Vice President for Community and Local Government Partnerships with USC, and I'm here today to join with our community partners from Lincoln Heights in support of the Lincoln Heights bid. When many people think of USC, they think of our South LA campus.
I think
They
Mr.
often
Sachs
don't
is in the
think
back
about our
all the
East
way.
Side
I
campus,
don't know.
where we have a strong
Put my hand
presence
back
in
here.
Boyle Heights, El Sereno, and Lincoln Heights, and we're one of the foundations of the newly named LA County General Medical Center, providing thousands of doctors to the uninsured across the county. We enjoy a very strong relationship with the bid. They were one of the first partners that helped us develop a COVID-19 response, which resulted in showers for our unhoused in Lincoln Heights and other programs that we run. They're also very influential in the work that we do, supporting our small businesses and providing them procurement and contracting opportunities with the university.
Bale. That's
Thank
a
you for
name
your
I
time.
haven't heard in a long time.
Thank you, and we appreciate the,
Fucking Chachi
the
left,
friendship.
huh? Oh shit.
Next up, please.
What would I do without Chach?
Hi. And if you just remind us of the name you signed up under.
Yes. My name is Luis Ruiz.
Did he ever
This
do
is
anything
item
after
34.
Charles in charge?
Okay.
I don't think
please
so.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Council. My name is Luis Ruiz, and I've been a business owner in Lincoln Heights for over 30 years, and I'm here to speak on behalf.
That's what I'm saying.
in
Charles in
support
charge
of
and Happy Days.
the
That's
Lincoln
it, right?
Heights Bid.
That's all he ever did.
Before I do so, I'd like to give a very special thanks to Mrs. Hernandez as well as Mr. Kevin DeLeon, who has supported us under this for this bid. The Lincoln Heights bid has been an incredible thing. Every day
Some
I get
golf?
to see out of my office the trash being picked up.
I don't know,
The graffiti being cleaned off, and basically I've seen pride in the community. It's the things that you don't see within the community are
Joni
the
loves
pride that it gives
tchotchke?
the people.
That was a show?
Because when they see things being cleaned up, well,
Huh.
everyone else likes to participate. So it is for that reason
Alright.
I would like to respectfully request that you support our bid.
I'm
Thank
sure
you very
that didn't
much.
last too long.
you.
It was a spin off to fucking Happy Days, I take it.
Thank you very
Wasn't
much.
that before
Eddie Morin,
Charles in
Martha
charge?
Jimenez,
Wouldn't have been Happy
Michael
Days,
McMahon,
that show,
Paul
and then Charles
Eichler,
in charge?
Stacy Bollinger.
Zapped. I forgot about Zapped. You
Hi,
got
Dr. Truthbay. Which items had you signed up for today?
Fucking
All
Scott
available
Bale.
items in public comment.
Okay, so that would be items 31
Yeah,
through
Optimus.
35, 37 through 40.
Wash
and
away all these
42 through
fucks.
46,
Oh, here we go. This
followed
chick's
by a minute of
this
general.
chick's about
Please
to
begin.
dig into him.
Right, so the knowledge of how to house the homeless, we wouldn't have to have.
Excuse me, 1 through
4118.
21 too. Sorry, I'll reset your clock. And 1 through 21, I forgot to say that.
Thank you. So the knowledge on how to house the homeless, 4118 would never have come to existence. You have 5400 Almala Drive and 5416 Commercial Way, both for public safety. Public safety comes in when you have knowledgeable staff members who have a housing plan and actively are outreach and engaging. One thing that I find disrespectful, District 15, we have submitted a homeless proposal to you that included the Paradise Inn, Tim McCosker, and you decided to place families in there without it being completed. So you have families of 5 and 6 in rooms that are deplorable, open sockets, feces, and yet you refuse to work with black homeless service providers, and yet you don't have the knowledge on how to house the homeless. The county is in worse shape. They have one homeless deputy. His name is Victor Pacheco for the whole entire 10 million county. You got District 8 that has a whole book of Reimagine with homeless service providers that don't know how to house seniors or families, but yet their name is there. I just want to know, when is it going to take for you to respect the proposals that we submit to you so you can effectively house the homeless? I'll tell you why you cannot do that. In the spirit of Adam Clayton Powell, he says you cannot take children that are well-to-do, put them in positions and expect them to have compassion. But what you're not going to do is disrespect black service providers, because we don't have leadership in District 8, District 9, and especially District 15.
Sorry, have you gone on to general public comment, Dr. Truthful?
No,
Sorry, I'm not listening.
I want to finish agenda number 32, where you have 39 positions that you're requesting for. Then I go to my public comment.
Go ahead.
So you have aging, animal services, building and safety, cannabis regulation, CAO's office, city attorney, city clerk,
Cannabis
planning,
regulation,
tourism,
let's get to that.
civil rights and human inequity, controller, council, cultural affairs, disability, emergency management, finance, ethics committee, fire, general services, housing, information technology, personnel, police, public accountability, public works, contracting, engineering, sanitation, transportation, youth department, and the zoo. So I want to put in my application for civil rights and human equality, because I think they need some help with the reparations task force. Right now, I want you to understand, the person that stands here for 10 years behind the scenes, submitting proposals, all of that is accounted for. So when they see public comment, when they see me come up here and speak, I put in tons of paperwork for 10 years behind the scenes with sorry-ass Garcetti and now clueless Karen Bass.
Sorry.
Margaret Lee Thomas, as you see, his best friend is right there, watching him stealing contracts for USC. USC is in the house. How do we feel about that? Black families need representation. So I don't work for the city, so please don't instruct your staff members to tell unhoused people that I pretend to work for you. I don't work for the city. Disclaimer,
She gets
I
7
don't work
minutes?
for the county. I work for the people. My name is Dr. Truth Bay. I'm the Minister of Justice for the Black Panther Party. What you didn't know is that we have intelligent people in the party. And we are submitting proposals, and everybody on 30 days notice from April 28th, that we ask you to come up with your homeless deputy, the homeless deputy coordinator you have on this agenda that you're not speaking on. Ms. Rahman, we need to tighten up the ship on how to house the homeless. That's all I'm asking. And then I won't have to be here talking to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
Happy birthday, you thing from another world, you.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
I didn't miss you. I just didn't want to talk over
signed
it.
up under?
I am Eddie Morin, and I'm here to speak about a memorial area in East Los Angeles that is under assault right now.
East Los.
In 1947, at the intersection of Cesar Chavez Avenue, Lorena, Indiana, a monument was dedicated to the Mexican-American soldiers of World War II. It really enhanced the neighborhood. It was a source of pride, and it gave others a sense of unity there. I have to say that the Mexican-American soldier has received more Medal of Honors than any ethnicity. We're very proud of that fact. Fast forward to today, and the same monument is under attack by people who would want to change it and put in a traffic circle. It will really disrupt things, you know, it just, it ruined the businesses, the local businesses, and as a member of the East LA Boyle Heights Coalition, we have approximately 6,000 signatures of people who are opposed to this aberration. With a price tag, an estimated price tag of 23 million, it really is something of questionable value. I ask you please to reject
23
this ban.
million
Thank
for
you.
a roundabout. starving people, homeless people everywhere, but we're spending $23 million on a
If you
roundabout.
Please remind us of the name you signed up under. And
Got that?
Great, thank you.
$23 million on a
And what do you
roundabout.
wanna speak on?
Don't forget about the $5 million they're spending on the murals.
Good morning. Mi
Don't forget
nombre
about
es
that.
Carolina Morín,
Hola, buenos
esposa
días. Mi
de
nombre es
Eddie
Carolina.
Morín.
My name is Carolina Morin. I'm Eddie Morin's wife.
Yeah, respect to him for sure,
Y
man.
el papá de él, Raúl Morín, que levantaron un,
It's a strong
en
man.
honor, un
So
memorial
it was in his honor, Raúl Morin, that they raised this memorial
en el este de Los
in
Ángeles,
East Los Angeles
5 puntos.
at the 5 Points
Y
intersection.
estoy apoyando a mi esposo y a toda nuestra
So
familia
I would like to support my husband and our whole family.
porque quieren quitar el nombre y quieren quitar el memorial de
We've
ahí,
come to
moverlo.
ask you to not remove the memorial, take it away from us.
No, Stephanie.
Y el
Wait.
29 de mayo es el memorial de ahí. El-
May 29 is the
y quisiera
anniversary
que-
of the memorial.
Quisiera que nos apoyaran.
We would like your support
Sí.
there. Thank you.
Oh, bueno, gracias.
And yes,
Ok,
thank you.
bye.
Gracias.
Gracias.
I wish there was a bus that just picked up all the crazies and dropped them off every morning so we could have these
Hi,
guys
if you
here.
please
These guys
remind
and
us of the
girls.
name you signed up
The
under,
chick
what
that
you
gets
wanna speak
raped
on.
in her sleep every night by
Public
Obama.
comment, Sofía Quiñones. Con el permiso de mis antepasados, pido la palabra. I want to echo what Eddie Morin and his wife Caro stated. Yesterday I was on the phone with the State Historical Commission, and
That's
there's
Rush,
a project
Mike.
that the city has put forward that will violate many laws, but specifically the National Historical Preservation Act, Section 106. And it's important. We don't want our history erased. We don't want it whitewashed. And we want the city of Los Angeles to acknowledge the anti-Mexican
whitewashed
bigotry that has existed. With the reason why we founded these monuments was because of that racism, because of that discrimination. So what we also are requesting in the future when we bring in our allies to testify before you is that the city stop passing out the false information that was recorded in the registry about Cinco Puntos. We are going to correct those lies and put in the history that was written by our people, not by people that are not of our ethnic group. So thank you, and we'll look forward to working you in the future.
Thank you for coming to speak.
Boy, everybody hates white people now.
Hi, if you'd remind us of your
I'm
name
the
and what you
devil.
want to speak on.
I'm the
Good morning.
white
My
devil.
name is Vita Gashkai, and I'm the president and co-founder of First Blocks of Whittier Boulevard. We've done 35 community cleanups because we're trying to have get rid of an underserved community label. We don't need to be underserved in 2023. We need to have sufficient, efficient services, and we need to stop the poverty pimping. You know, Mr. Maureen is an eminent scholar, preeminent scholar. He's written Valor and Discourse. It's a book about Vietnam. It's an academic. He's very. His dad also wrote books. Okay, so to have Mr. Maureen here, not only is he an author, but he's a preeminent scholar. Okay, on the Vietnam War, on the effects of the war on soldiers and their valor in war. This monument was created without any input. It's being we're coming here because we've been ignored in our city council office with representatives prior to what we had now.
Bros.
And we're asking for respect for our elder,
Thank
Eddie
you.
Morty.
Thank you.
Don't have that lady sell anything for you. I mean, she couldn't sell fucking ice in the middle of the desert.
Hello, if you'd please remind us of the name you signed up under and what you want to speak on.
Like,
My name is Paul Eisner.
Oh, well, we're
can you pull
good.
the mic up
Thank
a
you.
little bit closer to you?
My name is Paul Eisner, and I'm here not on general comment.
Sure, you have a minute. The floor is
I want
yours.
to send my comments to Honorable President Price and the honorable members of the
Refresh, Gricos.
Yes,
Or
Barrington Plaza is a unit that's been around since the early 1960s in West Los Angeles, has over 700 apartment units. Yesterday, the tenants were all served with notices of termination of that. That's 700 plus units and probably 1,000 tenants. Basically are having their
In Sawtell.
their season's terminated. Now, if you're been there over a year and you fall into certain categories for like disability over 65, et cetera, you can extend that for a year. But I think the city council
know, Debo. I
needs
need
to
her
be
to-
aware of it. We have a homeless
Horny.
crisis. The last thing you want to be doing is throwing tenants out on the street to remove affordable housing for more upscale housing.
Thank you.
Yeah, Wolf, it was on the news. You can see
Next speaker,
it.
please.
Channel 5 was talking about it. Mass eviction or
Hi,
whatever
sir.
out
If
of
you'd
some
remind
huge
us
building
the name
in
you signed up under and what
Sawtell.
you want to speak?
My name is Stan Yonemoto.
Hi, Stan.
And I'm here in support of the Lincoln Heights bid. We have a new business here. Actually, for 2 years, we moved into Lincoln Heights, and primarily one of the main reasons, our main offices are in Monterey Park, but we're outside the bid area, and we notice even in Monterey Park, which is a wonderful community, that if you're outside the bid area, it's not as nice.
He does,
And so
Joker.
when we found out that this area that we're going to be in is part of the bid, we were ecstatic. So we noticed a vast difference between that area and areas that are not covered by the bid. So we're asking for support of the bid, and I think I also wanted, because I had a chance to meet our two council people, Kevin De Leon and Eunice Hernandez, and we want to thank both of you for supporting our community, because it's so important. I know how important that is. So thank you.
Thank you.
They can't tell time on a clock either, Crystal. Put a
Hi,
clock
if
in
you'd
front of
remind
them.
us,
Oh,
tell us
Stacy
what you
Cigar
want to speak on
Bollinger,
today.
everybody.
Thank you. Item 23, 25, 26, 27, 43, and general public comment.
Okay, so some of those were voted on. 23 is open.
23 was voted on, you said?
It was reconsidered. So
Oh,
you can
got
speak
you.
on that.
Okay.
And then I'll just run through it so it makes sense. 24 through 30 have already been voted on. The ones after that are fine, except 31 and 36 and 41 were continued. So
I can comment on 27 and 43 then?
43 yes, 27 is just in general. So it looks like you've got 2 minutes for those two items and then general. So why don't you start up with that? Thank you.
Okie doke. I'm sorry, just to clarify, you said 26 was or was not open?
It was not.
Okay. Well, in that case, on item 27, this is regarding a quote-unquote holistic investment strategy for affordable housing. And I'm just noticing that a lot of...
Sorry to cut in. I will give you your time back. 27 was voted on. The only one in that initial group of 22 through 30 that's open is 23. I'm sorry
talk
that
about the
if I
two
wasn't
things
clear.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard. I thought 23 was not available.
No, 23 is available. And then,
23 is available, 27's not. Okay, so I'll take 23 and 43 then.
yes, please go ahead.
Thank you for your time and for that clarification. Okay, in that case, item 23 is a motion for so-called middle-income rentals. Now, on all of the documents in motion regarding affordable housing or middle-income rentals, adjusted median income is something like $80,000 a year. Now, minimum wage in Los Angeles is still, that Oreo looks delicious. I'm sorry, can I have some? Sorry, Miss Park just distracting me eating Oreos over here.
She can't
So
put a stuff in her
affordable
face.
rentals. $80,000 is still pretty rich. No one really working in Los Angeles in an essential job like we classified during COVID is making $80,000 a year. And when we're talking about affordable rentals, something that we're leaving out of the discussion is that home ownership is the only thing that builds wealth in our country, generational wealth for families. People who live in homes that they or their family owns, their risk of homelessness reduces to lower than 9%. Versus renters, which is much higher. Also, the amount of income spent around housing costs, including rent and insurance, is normally around 16% of a homeowner's income versus between like 30 and 50% for most renters. So we need to be looking more at getting people into homes they can own with their families rather than just funneling more money into the hands of landlords via these so-called affordable rentals, which AMI is set at 80 grand. I've never made 80 grand in my entire working life. And 43 is a snitch law. The police should be able to do their jobs without us sending motions so that people can rat on each other. This is terrible for society. We need to not push forward motions like this. I don't.
General.
Thank you. I don't see KDL in front of me, although I know he's here. And Paul Kerkorian inspired me with the lyrics to today's, and as well as the Lord Almighty. So here we go.
The Lord Almighty.
The people of LA have overwhelmingly cried out that your continuing presence worsens our pain and interferes with our ability to repair. Your refusal to resign is causing ongoing harm. This city is still reeling and suffering. We desperately need to begin healing. I must reiterate as clearly as I can, the most important step you must take to facilitate that process is for Kevin to resign. Sound familiar, Paul Kerkorian? You wrote those words. Stop being complicit, folks. Resign, Kevin.
Oh, yeah. Thanks to the Lord for bringing that to us.
Fabio Ortigas, Martha Jimenez, Michael McMahon.
Thanks, Lord.
Steve Caston, and Vera Padilla.
Hi,
Last call, please.
So if you'd remind us of the name you signed up under and what you want to speak on.
Good morning. My name is Michael McMahon. Just going to give general public comment.
Sure. Floor is yours.
Thank you. Michael McMahon, former LAPD officer, co-founder of Roll Call for Freedom, and this is yet another reminder that the national emergency ended on April 10th and officially ends this Thursday. Even Tedros with the WHO conceded it's over. Yet the city of Los Angeles is still firing good, honest, critical thinking employees. After clearing the way and firing 8 LAPD officers last year, including myself, the LAFD has fired engineer Matt Mamone on May 4th. It was an unqualified kangaroo court, and today, firefighter Timothy Hampson's trial starts. Your mandate started the cover story for public safety. Every single report for COVID infections in the city has been led by the vaccinated. The withholding of information is the essence of tyranny. Those who are capable of tyranny are capable of perjury to sustain it. With a 21% vacancy, people are not seeking employment with the city of Los Angeles because they are not interested in risking their health. Your mandate discourages the disenfranchised. It discourages the persons of all demographics to seek employment, to volunteer, to run for office, because most of all...
Thank you.
That's it. That's it. They're still trying to... If you remember, you're great if you just bend over and do what they say.
Good morning,
You're
Vera
awesome if you do
Padilla.
it.
I'm here, item number 34, the renewal of the Lincoln Heights bid. For the last 10 years, 15 years, we've had the bid, and what an improvement to Lincoln Heights. At this time, I am requesting and hoping that everybody votes on the bid. It would give us more time to face the challenges of homelessness, increased crime, more vacant storefronts, and a very serious issue of garbage on our streets, on our North Broadway corridor. We need the bid. I've seen such great improvements living in Lincoln Heights for 77 years. If we lose the bid, no trash pickup, graffiti will not be removed. We get graffiti practically every building every other day, no security to patrol our businesses, and no event at the farmers market. Please consider in voting for the Lincoln Heights bid. Thank you.
Dominic, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, you thing from another world, you.
Happy birthday.
Good morning,
Happy
Mr.
birthday.
President, members of the City Council. My name
Happy
is
birthday,
Steve
Dominic.
Caston. I'm speaking on item 34, renewal of the Lincoln Heights bid. I'm president of the Lincoln Heights bid. I'm president of the Lincoln Heights Chamber of Commerce. We need the bid. We need it renewed after almost 15 years of having a bid. We have over 50% of property owners that voted yes for the renewal. The city has about 14% of the properties in our bid district. We'd be at an amazing total of over 64% of people saying yes to the bid. Again, if I didn't say it, we operate in CD1 and CD14, so we cover 2 council districts. We paint out graffiti daily. We pick up trash daily with over 80 trash receptacles on the sidewalks, and we clean the streets and sidewalks daily. If you come to our community with a bid there, looks good. We want to keep it that way. Thank you, our
Community-
council members.
Community
Ulysses
pride is
Hernandez
nice.
And Kevin De Leon.
Thank you.
Don't wait for these scumbags to clean your own neighborhood. Okay? Have a little self-pride, a little neighborhood pride, a little community, a little civic pride. We're not talking about Hondas.
If you'd please remind us of the name you signed up under what you want to speak on.
Yes, my name is Flavio Olivas, and it's for item 34.
Please go ahead.
Thank you very much for having us. I am a proud member of the Lincoln Heights Benefit Association. Ms. Hernandez, Mr. Kevin De Leon, thank you so very much. We're hoping for the support from the CD1 and CD14. So my parents have been there for over 49 years. I'm 45, so we've been there forever, pretty much. And I'm just really proud of what we did in just such a short amount of time. This is a true testimony of what the bid provides for our Lincoln Heights community. We were asked to reach a 50% threshold. We did it, and we need the bid. We need the bid. Security, cleanliness, graffiti removal. We need this. We need this.
Need that top flight.
We top flight security of the world,
Thank you.
Craig. Shit, not just the city, the world.
Hello.
That's right.
Could you pull the mic down?
Including Boyle
In
Heights,
Spanish, please.
Lincoln Heights.
Okay.
Buenos días, queridos
favor.
miembros del concilio.
Good
Mi nombre
morning,
es Silvia
council
Corona.
members. My name is Silvia Corona. Una pausa, por favor.
Thank you,
después de
Yessi.
cada frase, por favor.
Okay.
Gracias.
Everybody just got a free.
Y el motivo por el cual estoy yo aquí es porque quiero
I'm
que
not
por
just
favor
listening, did you know?
se tome el control de que el día de los veteranos sean las personas que nos apoyen, a que sean las personas indicadas.
Yes,
Por más de
I
15
would like
años,
to ask that the indicated appropriate people come and support us for Veterans Day, because for more than 15 years,
por 15 años no se le ha dado el respeto a la familia Morín de la glorieta de los 5 puntos.
the Morin family has not been respected as they should be at the 5 Points intersection.
Y queremos que por favor les den ese respeto a ellos
We ask for respect for them, please.
para que ellos sean las personas más apropiadas
It's like gangs in New
para
York.
llevar ese día de
5
los veteranos,
pints.
ese día tan importante para todos los soldados
You see,
mexicanos,
they are the
mexicoamericanos.
most appropriate people to represent during this day because they are Mexican-American soldier descendants.
Porque no han sido las personas apropiadas para correr esa, para hacer esa presentación de los veteranos.
Because people that go there and do this Veterans Day presentation have not been the appropriate people.
Y también les quiero pedir el apoyo para que ese lugar sea histórico.
I would like your support to make this place historical.
Es parte de la ciudad de la parte de la ciudad. Entonces, es algo muy importante para los veteranos.
It is
Y
a part
quiero
of our
pedirles su
city
apoyo a
and very
todos,
important for veterans, so I would like to ask for all your support.
Thank you.
Gracias, señora. Muchas gracias.
principalmente para combatir la discriminación,
Mainly to combat discrimination.
para que se le dé a esos...
Thank you.
Thank you.
No,
Gracias.
perdón.
Gracias.
dedicado para
Thank you,
el-
Speaker.
Thank you.
Sí, señora, gracias.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Get out of here.
Gracias.
They're so fucked up, even to the old lady. Yessi, thank you so much for the 5 gifted tier 1 subs, and everyone just got a free sub from
Okay, we've got,
Yessi.
Welcome. Herman.
To the family.
Arthur Jimenez.
Fucked up, even to the older lady. All right. Yeah, speaker, go. I mean, I don't want to really
And
just tell you to
Melania
fucking go,
Powers,
but
last
just go.
speaker.
Oh, there he is. Guys, viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. I don't
your
condone
name is
anything
called,
this man may say.
Come to your left.
He goes off.
Line up.
Okay, so please,
Mr. Herman, which
viewer
items have you
discretion
signed up for today?
is advised.
Simplify, fags, all items and non-agenda public comment. Simplify, fags.
So you have 3 minutes for items 1 through 21, 23, and 32 through 46, except for 36 and 41. Go ahead, please.
Simplify, my faggot friends. You see the order of the mayor in her presentation that the budget doesn't qualify me, a wetback, to introduce the agenda on items 1 through I signed up on, which was all the items on the agenda, bro.
So, please stick with the items.
I'm working on it, homie. Chill out. So, item number 1 on the agenda regarding CD4, case 220900-S76 for the record. Fuck it. Then I go to the back of the agenda because there's just too many motherfucking pages for me to concentrate and be coherent about of the mayor. On page 39, Mr. Faggots, am I on topic? CD4, 44, I'm a whore. Ramen noodle. And like to say, to amend the console and not the Constitution, because you know I go with the flow, bro.
Yes, almost.
Got it down, Ramen. March 3rd, 2023, prohibiting the parking of vehicles displaying a for sale is unconstitutional? No, bullshit. Us white niggas too want to live in our vehicles and park our vehicles up your ass. That's our civil rights. And there's no reason for you not to provide that budget of money that carrot-ass mayor, like I said on page 39, am I on topic, faggots?
Oh, fuck, man.
I'm the OG. Come on. You get it? OG? Oh, God, we fucked up. Then I go into the next item, which is 46. Is that part of the agenda, sir? Thank you, faggots. Because the communication from the mayor, faggot, is relative to the appointment of Mr. Randall Irving and not Notorious B.I.G. Biggie Smalls. For the record, I disagree enduring June 30th of 2026 because it's just too goddamn long.
That's right. Biggie Smalls, big up.
So let me go into my non-agenda public
Brooklyn.
comment.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Foo. So we ran into the dick up on the 6th floor, out there in that federal building, and that pussy only got 3 months. Mr. Peter sucked my caucus because the judge says you're going to get 400 hours to retrain attorneys for your criminal activity as a prosecution of a federal court in collaboration. So you cohorts of attorneys suck my caucus, gotta understand.
Suck my caucus.
Don't fuck with the judge, because the judge will slap you in the wrist like he did to Mr. Peters, one of your fucking attorneys who sucks my caucus, for public, interpreting of lawyers on number 1, loser law, license, public trust. Fuck you, 42 U.S.C. 1983.
Your time has expired.
Okay, that's going to close our public comment in chambers.
Went out with a bang, Billy. All right, so hopefully Go
Mr.
Boy's on the...
Herman, please be
Mr.
quiet.
Spindler's on the phone, hopefully. Mr. Herman going crazy still. The cops are coming up.
Take the first speaker on the phone,
He's handing
please.
them all kinds of crazy
First
pictures.
caller, which items would you like to speak
Here we go,
on?
callers.
Caller with the last 4 digits, 1148. Please press *6 to unmute.
So speaker with the digits 1148.
This
If you're
is why
there,
we
press
watch
star
this
6 right
almost,
away.
because they're fucking
Nope.
crazy.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next speaker.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Come on, Go Boy. Please, Mr. Spindler.
Thank you. I'll speak on the available...
Eric
items
Previn.
in the general public comment. What is the...
So
What's on
those,
offer,
Mr. Previn, the available items are 1 through 21, 23, and
He loves Mr.
32
Previn.
through 46.
He got a
except
boner for Mr.
36
Previn.
and 41. So you have 3 minutes for those, followed by a
Oh,
minute in
Mr.
general.
Previn.
Please begin.
Okay, I appreciate it. Let's start with the for sale sign placard, because I think that people do try to follow the rules, and this was one where we're prohibiting people from selling their cars. So,
Who
you know,
barfed
I
or
get
pissed
it.
in there?
We don't want places to become car lots, and blocking other people's ability to park. But I do have to ask, in follow-up, what are we doing about the blue paint? As Yaroslavsky pointed out, that it takes 7 years to have a handicap stripe applied. I mean, McCosker almost jumped out of his chair when he heard it. He said, "You got to be kidding me." They all said, "What is this, nonsense?" And so this becomes one very small detail in a very, very large budget. And I was wondering if we might issue some cans of blue paint or something, which would be a solution that would allow these folks who have handicap placards. And I just want to say one thing about that.
So Mr. President, this is all very interesting, but it doesn't seem to be any of the agenda items. Do you want to go
Well,
on
it has to do
to?
with the for sale sign, item 34. We've got placards and advertising, and this is the kind of messaging that they're trying to prevent over on Franklin.
You mean
Is
for
that-
sale
very
items?
interesting.
Would you like to sort of debate whether or not I'm on point? Is that what we're doing today?
All right. Well, please make it clear how you're actually speaking to the item. Go
I
ahead.
can't go in there,
Yeah, but
DS.
the standard is I would get
I don't have
to talk for a few
vaccination
minutes and you have to
status.
listen, not that you get to decide if you understand or not, FYI. But let's not. I don't want to. Now you've derailed me. So
good to
now
see
I'm
you,
gonna
DS.
start getting pouty and hostile. So I hope that's okay. Let me go to the beginning of the agenda because I was noticing that you guys are going a little nuts with the REAP crap. Okay, so I don't quite understand it. Nobody does, but we do appreciate that you're stepping in when landlords are not being
Hi, Francine.
nice and making them go through a labyrinthian kind of tale with the city on their back. Is it working? I know that Hernandez said we're looking at it and we're trying to get notifications earlier so that they can be more diligent. So I'll accept that. I'll tell you though, so many people in the last couple of days have been shoved through into commissions without being properly vetted. I think we have to revamp the chief legislative analyst office, maybe get rid of Avak and find somebody who wants to put items in front of the people where they can actually address them, as opposed to a comprehensive game like last Friday where there were no
So, Mr. President, you
agenda
really
items.
are not on the items at this point. This is the last warning. Please stick to the items.
Ooh, last warning. They're going to hang up on him.
Let's try to meet the moment, and I'll just go to general public.
What's up, Andrew?
comment,
Okay,
since the
good idea.
agenda is
Hope you're doing well.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish my point, which is I think we should find a young maverick who understands that, hey, putting items in front of the public and allowing them to speak on them is a good idea. Not because what we have is an orientation problem.
Is it
We have the
turkey?
orientation lined up now. The coordinates are, let's try to create the illusion of public participation while actually minimizing it in every possible way. I will say that an award should be issued for fine work at obfuscating and blocking meaningful participation. So we can take that positive and then turn it into an even brighter note by fixing this crap and making sure that you have virtual testimony in committees, because to not do that creates an absolute headache for everybody, and especially the young council members who got elected on the promise of taking the public seriously. They don't want to say you can't call in at committee, but then when you get to the council, you can't speak on it anyway because you couldn't call in committee. What? Get it?
Thank you.
together.
Next caller, please.
Oh, man.
Caller, which items would you like
Caller?
to speak on?
Caller, do you like my mask?
Morning, Fabo.
Hi.
I'd like to speak on items 32 and general public comment.
Absolutely. You have a minute for each. Please begin.
Yeah, we've got some personnel ordinances, and I just think it's worth noting that, every year in the budget, Councilmember Krikorian used to diligently try to get the Ethics Commission a few positions, and we didn't see that this year from Bob Blumenfield. We saw nothing. Basically, him just say, "I'm glad Karen gave you something good. I hope it stays." For my general public comment, I'd like to speak about the item that he continued. It's related to a couple 4118 zones. And just looking at them, it's kind of interesting because one's near Trader Joe's and a bunch of other businesses, but the other is right outside of a Porsche dealership. And what would you know? That Porsche dealership is owned by Keys of Van Nuys. As you may know, they are big donors, and surprise, surprise, Howard Tenenbaum and Howard Keyes have maxed out to the local representative in the 2022 cycle. I'm sure that's just a coincidence, and I'm sure that he's not just waiting around to get another check to his office holder account. I'd also just think it's fucking hilarious that we're spending $8.5 million on participatory budgeting as Bob Blumenfield cut public comment at the budget hearing. How the fuck does that make sense? Absolutely shameful stuff.
Oh, it makes great sense to them. Way to grift, baby.
It's a bit hard to hear you, Speaker. Are you done?
You done?
I was just letting some silence marinade, and so we could all appreciate.
He was being dramatic.
So you've got a minute. of
Let it
general
set
stuff
in
and
for
we'll
you,
speak about
Billy.
other stuff.
I don't got anything else. I'll let somebody else get in there, Fumble.
Nah, no name. I just like to, not talk over him.
So, are you?
I'm
have
enjoying
anything
the
else to
show
say?
right now. Like you are. I'm a part of
Fuck
it.
Kevin De Leon.
Fuck De Leon. He's
Speaker,
right
you're
there
kinda
standing
going
up
in and
on
out
his
of
phone.
it, so,
Or he's reading the paper next to the chick right there.
I think we've lost you anyway.
Under the
so
live
I guess we
sign.
better move on because we're getting dead
Right
air.
next to the live sign. She's pointing at the paper right now. That's the
Caller,
racist.
which items would you like to speak
Yeah, the
on?
dramatic pause. Can't. All for dramatic.
23, 43, and general public comment.
Fantastic. So you have a minute for each, and then a minute for general. Please begin.
23, we're going into a situation again, affordable housing. Let's make the houses, like everyone's calling out, not use the umbrella term affordable housing.
Well, that's
Give us
Mr.
a
50
figure
Guns.
that the people in that area,
Did he
not
sell 'em
people
yet?
that can move into the area and buy a house, but people that live in that area, maybe 10 years vested, that they can go ahead and buy a house at that level. So we're going to do something there and make affordable housing in that area. Should be to the income level, not what market value is. Market value is incredibly, like a 401k. It goes up and down. You don't know where you're at tomorrow. Now, 43, going to the same thing. Anything attached with De Leon's name to it just has to be questioned. It just, no matter what, you know that there's going to be a back deal being done somewhere down the line. So, I mean, I'm just glad Mr. Hernandez is involved with it, but it just, anything that has De Leon's name attached to it. Now, go to general public comment about Cinco Puntos. That landmark situation there for our people is no different than you guys wanting to come in and take down the Watts Towers. It means a lot to the people in the area. Don't come into somebody else's area and take something out of their area that you don't drive in, you don't live in, and you have nothing to do with. Don't go down and take the watchtowers down either, just because I said this either. And about we're going into still in general public comment about the handicap.
Sure.
We only have 2 people in traffic that go from San Pedro all the way to Eagle Rock, 1 person, and another one in the valley. This is how come it takes 7 years to get those things done. We can put some people in the budget instead of putting somebody at an administrative level in transportation. Don't give them the budget for the administrator. Give them the budget to get a couple more painters out there. 2 people to cover the whole LA basin is incredible. I know it. Again, this is the history I got working for the city. Inside sources, look into it. Only 2 people, one from San Pedro to Eagle Rock and one in the valley.
Have a
blessed day.
I bet you those painters are making $100,000 a year too. 2 painters only for the entire LA basin. It's huge.
Caller, which items would you like to
Huge.
speak on?
Only 2 of them.
Good morning. I'd like
Money.
to speak on the open items and general public comment.
Okay,
Let's
so
go.
you have 3 minutes.
I think it's
for
our-
items 1 through 21.
I think it's
23.
Ottawa
and then
Pro.
32 through 46, except for 36 and 41, followed by a minute of general. Please begin.
Okay, and just so you can keep your record straight, this is Brock Landers, private investigator. For the homeless deputy, Victor Pacheco, I think that we should get him a house. It doesn't look right having a homeless director of the city. Like Mr. Harlan said, I don't agree with the mayor appointing lots of people. I think that it would be better to find one qualified person instead of appointing lots of people for one position.
for general public comment. I don't mean to be burdensome when I call, and I apologize for being burdensome last week. I know you didn't appreciate it when I shouted out the young lady in the polka dot dress. Again, I apologize. I wasn't trying to be burdensome. I was just showing my appreciation for her beauty, and I apologize if I offended her or anybody else with that. If the people that continue to come in here and complain aren't smart enough to see the grift, it doesn't justify me being burdensome and wasting your time to educate them. Guy, using doesn't make you sound educated. 3 minutes and 35 don't make you sound smart. Come to Smoke and Scan and expand your vocabulary. You won't be treated as burdensome. Stinks would love to have you. We were all proud of you last week when you said KDL or someone that looked like him couldn't intimidate you. Happy birthday, Dominic.
Watch him as he goes. Shout out to Brock Landers.
Which items would you like to speak on?
He was burdensome. He used
Caller
it
with
like
the last
7
four
times.
digits, 8200.
Burdensome.
Please
I don't
press
mean to
star
be
6.
burdensome.
Speaker with the digits 8200.
She really said that, right,
There,
guys?
Please press star 6 right away.
I mean, I'm not dreaming, right? She really said burdensome, right? Put in the chat room, yes or no? I wasn't dreaming that,
No?
right?
Okay, let's move on to the next person.
Dominic got the birthday shout out.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Fucking love you. Love you, Brack. She did? Okay, good.
Thank you for allowing me to speak. Mr. Bobo, I'd like to speak on 34, public comment, and then the homeless issue.
So I think the homeless stuff sounds like general public comment.
Clounsel.
So it's for a minute for 34
great,
and a
Jake.
minute for general. Please begin.
Thank you. First of all, the Lincoln bid, one of the best things that can happen to a community, whether it's on the business end of it or in the entire community. I hope that this council votes unanimously to support that. We had one in Van Nuys for many, many years under Inardi Bernardi, but then the next two council people came in who didn't give a damn about Van Nuys, and now if you go down Van Nuys, which is supposed to be the heart of the San Fernando Valley, it's shameful. But then again, we both know who the last two council people that represent that area. One was run out of town, and the one's still serving, but sooner or later, they'll get themselves caught. But again, please support the bid. Now on to public comment. You know, it was stunning to see this woman come in and tell us that she's been placed in a hotel where it is absolutely horrifying with 5 kids. And I looked at the council people, and none of you gave a damn. You weren't even fazed by it. Every one of you should have been over there talking to that poor woman. Yeah, her circumstances are what they are, but you people should be the ones that are going over and say, look, how can we help? There's nothing more important than helping another human being, and whether you agree or like or whatever, that woman needs help. So we're going to keep an eye on this one because, again, that woman and her children, no matter what, should not be placed in a facility like that. What kind of a homeless program do we have when this is happening to the people who need our help? Thank you.
I mean, right on.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Do you like my mask?
Caller with the last 4 digits, 2988. Please press star 6.
Notice they're the only two in the room that have masks on. Nobody in the room has a mask but those two
I
idiots.
think we've got you. Are you there, speaker?
Caller?
Yes, I live in CD
And one of them just took it off. Why? It's going to die now. You better hurry up and put it back on.
Okay, you're
I
telling...
want to speak general comment.
Put it back on, dude.
Okay,
You're going to die.
So please go ahead.
You're going to die, bro. Hurry.
You were
Hurry.
cutting
Hurry,
in and
bro.
out a little bit, so if you can angle yourself so you've got good reception, that would help. So please begin.
Okay. The new city attorney, Heidi, needs to really roll in her prosecutors. Her prosecutors under Mike Furr prosecuted innocent people like me, even though they had no evidence, no witnesses, they had no case. They would still prosecute regardless. I was found not guilty because Divine Savior Catholic Church in Cypress Park falsely accused me of crimes that never happened. Never happened. I went to a jury trial, was found not guilty. That is very sick and disturbing. The prosecutors have no moral challenges, that judges allow prosecutions even when they don't have no case, no evidence, no witnesses. You know, they're not even going after the bad guys, but yet they want to go after innocent people like me. Well, Heidi needs to get down on those prosecutors and make sure that they're really prosecuting the people that are guilty and not people that are innocent like me, because that's absolutely insane.
Thank you.
That a priest.
Thanks, Speaker.
Oh,
Caller, which item
cut
would
him
you like
off
to
at the
speak on?
perfect part.
Emotional damage.
Hi, is it me?
Hi, which
Good morning.
items did you want to speak on?
As soon as he
or
started
general public
mentioning
comment?
the priest,
Oh, yeah. Is it my turn?
touch your
Yes,
dick.
which items do you want to speak
He
on? Or do you
touched
just want
your
to speak
dick.
on general?
Oh, yeah. Agenda number 26. Good morning, City Council members. My name is DJ Yoon with Koreatown Action. I'd like to speak in support of agenda number 26, a motion introduced by Councilwoman Raman. This motion will ensure that the public is being informed about the transit-oriented communities affordable unit, as well as protect the language rights. Also, speaking of TOC, I'd like to share some other concerns. First of all, there are no guidelines or oversight for implementation how the developers lease a unit to low-income families. For example, the city planning department has a 16-page guideline, but this guideline does not mention anything about how the developer should inform the community about its affordable unit, how the application process should be carried out, and how the selection process should be implemented. We even saw that the developer increased the income limit to the workforce, which
Thank
is
you.
an annual income of...
Thanks, Speaker.
I love how
Caller,
they just
which items
hang
would you
right
like
up
to
on
speak
him.
on?
It's so fucked up. Mid-sentence. Bye.
Oh, I just got general comment, please.
Oh, it's
Sure,
Marianne
Ready?
from Howard Stern Show.
I'm hoping that the mayor vetoes the Hollywood Community Plan to sell out to the developers. If the council members think that the density bonuses and the huge towers that they're going to build here, the luxury towers, are going to give them affordable, they're missing the point. They haven't been here long enough to see it's the biggest lie ever. The community benefits. Yeah, they gave community benefits to all the churches and schools that supported their big projects in this CD13 area. Guess what? Blessed Sacrament School shut down and they lost half their Hispanic population because they lost all their affordable and RSOs to Harwich and other projects in the area. Those are the community benefits. So you bought into the big lie, new council members. It is a horrible plan, and the feasibility study confirms it cannot build affordable with that kind of upzoning that the developers and the Hollywood Chamber demanded. That's who you passed this plan for. Thank you.
Shout out to Marianne.
Thank you.
Smoke.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
She dated Hank. Shout out to Hank the Angry Dwarf. Rest in peace, bro. Fucking Hank.
Caller with the last four digits, 8200. Please press *6 to unmute.
Hi, can you hear me? I'm 8200.
Can't hear
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. What would you like to speak on?
Mic check, mic check.
I support for motion 23. Councilwoman is Raman. I'm support. I want to. My issue is affordable apartment. Then my sister just used the Korean language. She doesn't know English at all. So it's very difficult to find the information about communicate with the property manager company. So I believe every LA City resident has a right to information and apply to affordable apartments that have received the city incentive. And so I want to support the Korean language. Then another issue is the
You guys are
TOC,
terrible. Come on.
the developer. Then now
She's
their
Korean,
high income
not
limit
Chinese.
has for the annual income. I'm sorry for my poor English, but for example, one is 11.5 110,000 income is for the applying for the
Thank you.
apartment.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hang up on you now.
Caller, which items would you like to
She's
speak
still
on?
talking right now. I know it. What if they go back to a queue?
Caller with the private number, please press star
Or they
6
just
to
get
unmute.
the dead dial
So
tone.
this is somebody with a block
Hello?
number. Oh, hi. Perfect. So what would you like to speak on, speaker?
I would like to speak about the protest going on at the LA Zoo.
Please go ahead.
Oh,
You have a
who's
minute.
protesting at the zoo?
I just want to know what's being done about it because families are being harassed there. And I understand people have their First Amendment rights. And I don't mind that. It's just the way they're going about it. Screaming through bullhorns and the way they scream, it's not really necessary. They can go about it a different way. And I just want to know, like, isn't that illegal to do? Like, you know, scream at people through, especially a loudspeaker at a public place. I understand they want to get their point across, but there should be some other way to do it, and there should be somebody there, like the cops were there, and they didn't do anything about the bullhorns being used. I don't know why.
Because that's their voters. That's their voter
That's
base.
all I have to say.
Thank you.
And even if they arrested him, they'd drop him off around the corner. Let him go.
Caller, which items would you like to
Caller?
speak on?
Available items and general public comment, please, Fabo.
Yes, Speaker.
Highland Mint cards?
So the available
probably
items are
not,
1 through
Esteban.
21,
Unless-
23,
unless you're
and
really an
32
Adolis
through
fan.
46, except for 36
I
and
wouldn't
41.
unless
So
you're
you
an
have 3
Adolis
minutes
fan.
for those, followed by a minute of general. Please begin.
What about 31?
Or a Ranger
Fabo?
fan.
It was continued.
Okay. The LA City Council is a criminally insane organization of organized crime.
I agree.
Petty pink face Paul Krikorian is a criminal, just like Martinez.
I agree.
35 to 40 of removing properties from REAP. Number 43, Dawson's removal for a crime reward, rather. Added to this reward should be the arrest of Marquise Dawson or information leading to his arrest. The Los Angeles City Council is a criminal organization, public, and nothing more. Number 44, Rahman, if you don't know it, freedom of speech. This is a freedom of speech violation, prohibiting cars from displaying for sale signs. Signs are an expression of freedom of speech. This is illegal, and I don't see what it has to do with the 80,000 public, 80,000 drug-addicted, mentally ill, so-called homeless people on our streets.
80,000. 80.
And we're doing 4118 motions, again, abusing the homeless, giving away dog and cat homes at sleazy halls, prohibiting public comment at committee meetings. Criminals of the LA City Council generating more and more homeless.
So which item are you on, Speaker?
Which item are you on?
35 to 40. I was going to 35 to 40, Fable. Removing properties from REAP. What about all the ones over $100,000 you people charge some of these people for abatement? That is an FBI investigation in itself. We've already sent that request. $100,000 for these properties for abating, cutting the grass, putting up a fence, and some plywood over the windows if you have to. Trying to rip off people's properties. You criminal Krikorian, you belong in jail with Martinez. I think I'll go in my public comment now,
Okay.
Pavel.
Yes, please continue on public. General.
The Los Angeles City Council public is nothing more than a criminally insane, corrupt institution of organized crime. We have over 80,000 people on the streets, but they're giving away dog and cat homes. Total, complete buffoon, incompetent, moronic nitwits. The black council members are totally, completely worthless. 20% of the city council almost 50% of the homeless. What are they doing there, public? Look at these clowns. Total, complete, corrupt clowns. Heather Hutt installed just like, what's the name, Wesson. The courts had to throw the bum out. Same thing. Price, Dawson, all of us pay for it, public. All of us. Look at these clowns. These black coon Uncle Toms that serve nobody.
Next speaker.
Next caller, please.
Oh, shit. Going right in,
Caller,
Billy.
which items would you like to speak on?
Yeah.
Hi.
When you play the music now, they cut you off.
Hi,
Before he
Smoke?
used to do it.
Yes, we can hear you. Which items or general public comment had you wanted to
He'd
speak
play
on?
the little circus tune.
I would like to say general public comment.
Very good. You have a minute. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Fopple. Okay, good morning, Council. I wish that you guys can do things better, focus, sit down, pay attention. You know, I see this gentleman that calls every day. He's complaining. He's right that this clown, this city council is a circus, and he did mention that the councilors
I got
are
more.
clowns.
I got plenty of jars.
I don't disagree with them on that. I mean, I wish that you guys can sit down and listen
Little in
to
all
the
the
public
jars.
more instead of standing around chit-chatting and staring at your cell phones
one
and
too.
not paying attention. You know, the public is frustrated with that. You know, you guys are public servants. Your job is to serve the people. Your job is not to serve yourselves. I mean, I would encourage you to pay attention more.
It's true.
I mean, this is unacceptable. I mean, what's going on in city council? I mean, no other city council meeting is like that compared to other cities.
Thank you very
This
much.
city is like
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Caller, do you like my
Hi,
mask?
good morning. Can you hear me?
No.
Yes, loud and clear. What would you like to speak
Okay,
on?
great. General public comment, please.
Very good. You have a minute, and the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Gail Raff, and
Hi, Gail.
I reside in the Valley, and I'm down here in downtown today because to participate in the LA Animal Services Commission meeting, since our voice has been silenced. LA Animal Services is corrupt. You guys all know that. You guys better start taking a better interest because we're paying for these services. We can't have our voices heard unless we come down in public. There's been articles written, and they're not lies. All council members, believe me, you guys better pay attention because LA Animal Services is it needs to be managed better. It's going nowhere, and there's more people, which means there's more animals in the street, and that's what our tax dollars are paying. And for me just to have to come down here to give my comments, which cannot be heard through the phone conversation, that has to be changed. We've been promised, and we have gotten nothing accomplished. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sounds like them every day.
No more callers in the queue.
Ah, no Mr. Spindler. Dang
Do we have any other callers?
Somebody.
Okay, Madam Clerk, we've taken public comment. I'm going to close the phone lines and
Shit.
close the public comment on all items.
Damn it.
Before we move forward, though, I'm going to ask President Pro Tem, Council President.
Council President, you're the pro temp fool.
To take the floor. Mr. President.
Man, you leave the seat for a few minutes.
Right, and all of a sudden...
Thank you very much,
yeah.
Mr. President.
This fool's the pro temp.
My
He doesn't
honor
even
to
know who he
introduce,
is. That's how
a
stupid
very
he is.
special guest today.
That's the
members,
president.
As all of you know, the Republic of Artsakh is a tiny democratic republic in a very, very tough part
Well, that's
of the
their
world.
first problem.
And when the people of Artsakh heroically stood up and demanded their independence from the Soviet Union, it was one of the elements that actually led to the end of the Soviet Union.
Maybe if they were a
and
constitutional
the end of the
republic,
Cold
things
War.
would have
That's
been
how
better.
important this demand for independence and demand for sovereignty and self-determination was in world history. And throughout its existence, this tiny democratic republic has been surrounded and
We'll be on at
threatened by Azerbaijan. And even to the point
can't
that
guarantee you Stinks
after
will be
fighting
there.
a very difficult war of independence,
Stinks.
throughout
I love him, though.
its existence, the people of Azerbaijan have been subject to
Hopefully he shows that.
to war crimes, to threats, through bellicose threats of genocide by the dictator of Azerbaijan, and as you know, now even a blockade, literally holding 120,000 people under siege. And this council has throughout that time been has repeatedly stood in strong support of the people of Artsakh. We were the first major city in America to call for formal recognition of the Republic of Artsakh as a
Well, this is
sovereign
the
state.
city. This isn't the county.
We
The county has the
established Los
separate
Angeles
meetings, Lobster.
Shishi friendship relationship with
But
the
that's also the
town
problem,
in
you know,
Artsakh that
because
is the cultural,
you know what I mean. You have the what do you call it? You have a fight between city and county, like you know what I mean. And that's the problem. Like you call to get the street cleaned, and it might the trash pile might be in your city, and you'd call the city, right? Hey, 311s, call the app, take a picture of it, come pick it up, but they won't come pick it up because it's 60 feet away from their actual property, and it's actually on the county's property. So then you got to call the county to come pick the garbage up, and it's kind of how it works. So even with these ding-dongs, getting things done, it's a city and a county fight. And again, I told you, there's a million hands in the pot because there's so much money here. So, you know what I mean? Really quickly, LBC, I have, I opened with Jaspys a while back. They're legit. They've been around a while. They'll send you the cards. So, other than that, I can't really tell you. I haven't broken with them in years, but I have in the past, a long time ago.
And recognize Artsakh's permanent representative to the United States of America, basically Artsakh's ambassador to the United States.
You're all good.
Robert
Don't be
Avedis.
sorry, Lobster. Just explaining. That's all.
And if you'd like to,
Just explaining.
Yes, thank you very much.
That's part of the
Mr.
problem.
President.
You know what I mean? It's just so massive, and that's why you have two painters painting handicap spots, and you literally, no joke, like the guy said, the councilman literally like jumped out of his seat when he said it takes 7 years for these idiots to come paint a handicap spot. So that like Eric Previn was saying, hey, why don't you just issue the people like special paint if they can provide, you know, like home, because again, like some people that are handicapped, right, they'll want the space right in front of their house on the street because it's hard for them to pull in and out of a driveway and all that, so it's much easier. So they'll have the city come out and literally paint the curb blue, and they'll be pretty much the only one to park there. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what they're talking about. Not to mention probably new businesses or whatever, you know, that open up and they by required law they need a goddamn, you know, a handicap spot. So I don't know. At some point you just take it over and do it yourself. I don't know. It's just so much hypocrisy, so much bullshit. And I guarantee, like I said, if we looked at the salaries of what those two painters are making, I guarantee you it's $80K or more for a painter, when you could normally get a painter probably working fine for $35,000, and you could hire 3 of them. You know what I mean? 4 of them for less, and get the work done twice as fast. But you wouldn't do that because, again, the grift is on. It's all about, you know, the budget. You know what I mean? The bigger the budget, the more money they're going to take, the longer they take to do things. You know, they drag their feet on everything. The best part is you hear them constantly fucking pat themselves on the back, how awesome they're doing, and past this and past that, and you know they're banning everything, and it's, you know, it's a wild situation. You know what I mean? And the dumb people that vote for them deserve everything that they get. You know, I certainly don't vote for any of these folks. I wouldn't waste my fucking time. These people are, I use the word people loosely.
Welcome to our city.
You know, the term people loosely, you know, it's...
Okay, Madam Clerk, what items can
They're
the
just,
council vote on at this time?
They're just,
Mr. President,
crooked
council
motherfuckers.
may vote on items 1 through 21, 23, 32,
Yeah, no problem,
through
LBC.
35, 37 through 40.
How many
42
homeless there?
through
I don't know,
46.
Dak, in Arbizon. I
But
don't
before
know.
council does so,
See, but that's the thing.
regardless,
That's what's funny. He gets up and they're always so focused on this place and that place, but they're, Azerbaijan or fucking Ukraine or wherever, but they're never concentrated on the fucking city of Los Angeles and taking care of that. They're busy handing out $5 million for murals, right? $23 million to knock out a fucking memorial that people evidently want. And you really $23 million to do a roundabout? I'm pretty sure if I talk to a local contractor, you'd get it done for fucking $5 million. I'm be willing to bet. The demolishing and the laying of the cement, the striping of it and all. Putting up some trees and some grass, some sod. Like, it's just insane. It's just insane. You look at I'm telling you, $550 million for that bridge that we always go on, the 6th Street Bridge. $550 million for that bridge. Okay, the bridge isn't fucking, a mile long. Not even. I don't know, probably, a little over a quarter mile. It's wild, it's wild how much money. Yeah, it's money laundering 101. Exactly, Flusha. It's exactly what the fuck it is, dude. It's wild, dude. So let's, we'll listen to a little scanner a little bit, smoke a little bit, and then what? See what's going on.
Avenue and the first apartment going up the stairs to the left. Subject is a brother, male Hispanic, 32 years old. Minor comments of brother. Code 2 incident 2052 RD 755.
What do you mean you can't watch Laker games, Dragon? What's up, Jan? How are you? J-Lo in the house. Oh yeah, Joseph. But Joseph, realistically, most of the time they can't control those kinds of things because, again, like I always say, most hospitals are privately owned. So you're just going to a private business. It's just overcharging you $90 for a fucking Tylenol pill that you can get an entire bottle of them for $9. You know what I mean? Or less. I don't know. And that's just how they do it. And why do they do that? Because they're dealing with your insurance.
Suspect is a transgender, male, black, late 20s, early 36, wearing a black jacket, black shirt, black pants. Code 2 incident 2055 and RD 851.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of how that works, So that's how they get their grift on. They overcharge because it's insurance. I mean, it's really no different when you look at like body shops and like State Farm insurance. Right? That's why they're sending their own adjusters out there and trying to lessen the pain.
97th and Defiant. Suspect vehicle is a 2016 white Honda Accord with black license plate. Suspect is a male Hispanic. Code 2057 8126.
So you'll have the unscrupulous motherfucker damage a little bit more of the shit, so that way the car, things that might not have been damaged, got damaged, so he redoes all of it for you. That kind of thing goes on. Uh-oh. Might as well just do this already, dude. I'm tired of this.
Any North Hollywood unit, possible battery, domestic 11721, Running Mead, apartment 109, code 2 incident 2064 in RD 1504.
That's not good. They beating each other. Early morning beatings. Yeah, man. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to do this update. Just the adware update fucking thing kept popping up forever, and yeah, so I just figured right now would be a good time, I guess. Redo it.
North Hollywood units, both by DW.
They're already done for the day. Look at these dummies.
DW with the vehicle involved.
Ooh.
Riverton and Oxnard at the DWP construction yard inside of the gates. The suspect is a male Hispanic, 45 years, white tank top. Suspect is threatening the workers with the gun. No weapon was seen. Attempted to strike the workers at the location with his black Chevrolet license 7X-ray 35368, 7X-ray 35368, code 3 incident 2063 RD 1520.
Sheesh. Dang, so they're done for the day. Did you hear that? That fool was... What the fuck? I know you guys heard that. That fool was in the construction site, threatened him with a gun, and then tried to run him over with his truck.
Commonwealth and Wilshire, near the Lafayette Park, suspects a male white, dark complexion, wearing a gray jacket with a yellow shirt, jeans, Converse shoes.
Let's go look at first responders.
Passerby with a stick. Code 372071, RD 2029.
Dang, day 9. I didn't know he was over there. What the fuck? I had no idea. Well, shit. Wow. Guys, we're at First Responders Media in El Paso, Texas.
6 years, yellow shirt, blue shorts, with the beard, walking in and out. Was seen stumbling. It's purchased at 2066-1525.
So there you go. That is a live shot from El Paso, Texas, with all the migrants coming into town. Look at all of them. Jesus. Sheesh. Man, look at that. Holy shit. Oh, got a long ass line right there.
Holy Jesus.
Let me put up his sound for a sec here, guys. Whoop, shit. Oh, shit. Smack that over. First Responders Media, like I said.
We're here right now. We traveled all last night to get back into El Paso, Texas. What's going on this morning, guys? This morning, I just talked to a couple individuals that were going live. They have been told
Police.
In order to get them off the streets of downtown El Paso, Texas, they were instructed to come over here to this facility here, this processing center.
These are all homeless.
They have been promised that they will be released and given permission to stay in the United States, and they will be processed real fast. Remember, everybody in downtown El Paso, guys, there were getaways. There were people that decided not to wait for Title 42, and they were finding gaps in the border, such as Gate 47. A lot of them claim that at Gate 47 there was a gap. They went through those gaps and they came down here into downtown El Paso. So now the streets of downtown El Paso are clearing up right now. We just drove by a little while ago. They were half the amount of people than last time we were here. That's because they have made them come to this location, guys. They've been promised that if they came here this morning, they will be processed fast and they will be sent to their destination fast.
It's crazy, huh? Yeah, it's wild to see what's going on.
Hey, girl, how's it going?
Shout out to Joe for showing the real truth. You know what I mean? What major media is not showing you. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, just getting flooded. An absolute flood. I don't think there's not more coming every day, because there are.
Thank you, lovely.
It's wild, right? No, this definitely isn't new. He's been covering it a while, but usually in Arizona, you know what I mean? He goes to, I forget which place he was in Arizona at the border. Damn it. Can't remember. So he was there, and then he was Yuma? Yeah, there it was. Yuma, that's right.
This line is inside the United States.
Where Nick Papagiorgio's from, that's right.
This is the line
Yuma, Arizona.
of the people who decide to find a gap in the gates.
Look at the Border Patrol right there.
Their way illegally into the United States. Once again, for those of you just joining, I've talked to several individuals as I was walking up here before going live. They stated that somebody went around this morning. Somebody from CBP went around and told them if they turned themselves in this morning,
That's
that
crazy,
they will
blind
be
shooter.
processed and released real fast with their proper paperwork to
See
get
what I
out to
mean?
the NGOs, and
See
that's
what I mean?
everybody from only Venezuela. They're seeing a big influx of people from Venezuela, and they're trying to clear the streets up.
Venezuela. Well, I wouldn't want to live in Venezuela either right now. If I was Venezuelan, I'd be taking my ass over here too right now. You see Venezuela? I don't know, man. The only reason to stay in Venezuela is the women there.
I got a booter.
I don't know if you've seen Venezuelan women, but boy, oh boy.
Let's go talk to some individuals, ask them why they turned themselves in.
Yeah, they do in a sense, emo, but they also do jobs that a lot of Americans won't do. You know, they pay into the sales tax. They don't pay into, state tax and all that. Just, they go and buy shit at the store, right? We need more Venezuelan baseball players. There's been some good ones.
We just got here like...
Best one is like what though? Galarraga or something? I think Galarraga's Venezuelan.
13 hours yesterday.
The big cat, Andres Galarraga. They love him. Pretty sure the big cat is Venezuelan. There's a lot of Venezuelan ball players. No, he ain't Mexican, that's for sure. That is for goddamn.
Buenos días. ¿Por qué se están entregando esta mañana? ¿Les prometieron algo aquí o...?
Oh shit, he's a Yankees fan. The Yankees.
¿Nomás decidieron de entregarse esta mañana?
What's this shirt say?
¿Mande? ¿Están hablando que están dando permiso? Alright guys, so he's stating... Alguien fue en la mañana para allá y les avisó que si se entregaban aquí iban a dar permisos.
Miggy is from Venezuela. Oh yeah, he's first ballot Hall of Famer. He's about to retire this year too. Yeah, Fernando's best left-handed Mexican baseball player ever, if you ask me. Julio's a really good Mexican baseball player. Pitcher, if we have to go that route of the labels.
All right, guys, so he's stating that they've been informed that they're giving out permits here for them. This is the processing center where they get brought to right away, and then from here, they're sent over to the bigger tent, which is about, 50 miles away from here, or something like that. Over there by going towards Fort Bliss.
Smoke.
Buenos días, buenos días. ¿Se están entregando para dar su permiso?
Que no es porque es legal.
¿Mande?
Un permiso legal.
Un permiso legal. Un permiso de ellos. ¿Y le han prometido permiso aquí esta mañana?
Ellos no han dicho nada, pero sí hay varios compañeros que han salido con su permiso.
Y nomás se vinieron aquí y se entregaron.
Sí, solo venimos con la feria.
Oh, Salvador, he's Hall of Famer
Los compañeros que se vinieron para acá se entregaron, se salieron para allá. Y ahora ustedes van a calar si le dan su permiso.
También a ver el nombre de ellos.
No, there's a few women, but mostly men.
The first person misinformed that
hiding his face.
Nobody went over there and told them. He is stating that people have turned themselves in yesterday and that they were released quick with a permit to remain in the United States and be able to go to one of the NGOs. Then from the NGOs, they'll be transported over to their final destination. So they're here in line in hopes of gaining the same luck, he's saying, from that the other people got.
See 4 or 5 chicks. Look, there's one right there. There's a woman right there. We saw one back there, so there's 2. There's another lady. She's talking. There's 3. There's a 4th lady
so he's
right
been
there.
In downtown El Paso, guys, for 15 days.
Back there. You see her with the black shirt on back there? It's right there. You see her? 4 or 5. And she's got another lady
So
next to her.
he's been told also that if he turned himself in by other people, that he will be released, processed, and released real quick. ¿Hacia qué estado van ustedes?
Yo, a Nueva Jersey.
Nueva Jersey, too? Canada. So he's going to New Jersey, and this individual to the left is going to Canada.
Nice, Canada.
Okay, gracias.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. Yeah, he's coming up to Canada. He's going to play hockey. They go play for those Maple Leafs. They need him. Fucking Toronto, you going to have to get bounced by the 8th seed? Is the 8th seed about to bounce the 1 seed that they already bounced? Now about to bounce the Maple Leafs. I said, really? What's going on right here? Everyone says, well, the Kings have a chance. And I was telling you about the 8th seed, right? Panthers are the 8th seed. And those Florida Panthers, oh boy. Yeah, track. It ain't over just yet. The fat lady ain't sung, but it's do or die. Isn't that game tonight or tomorrow? They play tonight or tomorrow, the Leafs. I don't know. I gotta check that out. It's gonna be a great game. I'm not a Leaf fan. I'm just a hockey fan, and that's a great game.
So for those of you just joining right now, guys, we're in downtown El Paso once again. We made the straight trip last night to be here this morning. This is the crossing facility.
Oh, okay, so it's Hurricanes, Devils tonight,
we're here in December,
and Stars and Kraken tonight. So
word got out.
Wednesday is do or die.
Streets.
Wednesday is do or die. Dude, are they gonna get swept by the Panthers? Is the 8th seed gonna sweep the first seed? Knock the first seed out and then sweep them? I mean, swept them both, right? Didn't they sweep the Bruins?
Just like the other people did prior to them.
Or did they not sweep the Bruins? I don't think they swept the Bruins. They beat them for sure, of course. But did they sweep them? Can't even remember. Fucking A. I want to say they did. Shit is wild, man. Shit is wild. Game 7. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it didn't go. Okay. Still, to knock off the 1 seed that had the best record in hockey history. Verdict reached? What? What's going on? Let's see here. Verdict reached in E. John Carroll defamation and battery lawsuit against former President Trump. Watch live. I don't think so, but thank you. Thank you very much. I'll pass on that one, Billy. Yes, regular season means nothing. Everybody was so hyped up, and that was. But do you remember? Do you remember though? Everybody was like, "Oh man, can anybody beat the Bruins?" I mean, that was the talk. That was the talk before the playoffs started. And I said, all you got to do is get there. And then I told you about how the Kings won as the 8th seed in hockey. And there was the first 8th seed to win the Stanley Cup ever in hockey history. So it can be done. And after that, I learned as a hockey fan, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's about hot goaltending and just hot play. And dude, I want to say the Panthers and the Golden Knights are scoring at a rapid pace, I should say. Not maybe not a record pace, but a rapid pace. And they're playing well. They're playing fast. You know what I mean? I always tell you about speed kills, you know what I mean? And you can tell. Edmonton's a fast team, but it's only when McDavid or Draisaitl's on the ice, really. It really does slow down when you have the rest of the crew there, except for Kane, Vander Kane. But, yeah. It is what it is. I think it's a great time. We're all enjoying it as hockey fans. It's good to see. Hurricanes, again, playing phenomenal. you know, playing really well, timely goaltending, not giving up a ton. So, we'll see. Sports? Really? Yeah, man. Kane is a punk. I agree, Desert. You know, he's also a king killer. He's really good against us. I hate him. He's like Stevie Yzerman. You know, Stevie I, you know, he every time the Red Wings would come into town, that motherfucker would get 2 goals, 2 assists. And I don't care if they won or lost. He always was a threat. Every time he stepped on the ice. I feel Evander Kane's that way too, not to mention he's dirty. You know, he's a dirty dude, very aggressive. He'll definitely, you know, sock you when you're down, and you know, he'll definitely invite the chirp and the play, you know, the tough, you know, maybe dirty play. He's definitely down for that. So, you know, but I gotta be honest, in the playoffs, that's kind of a guy you want. He's gonna draw penalties. You know, its problem is you don't want to be the one creating the penalty, right? But in the playoffs, a lot of times they let stuff go and they get the guy who's retaliating. So when you're the aggressor, a lot of the times, bang, you hit him right in the face, and then hopefully socks you right back. And you're just laughing. You know, it hurt, a big deal. It's going to sting more now that this motherfucker is sitting in the box for 2 minutes. You know what I mean? So that's really how it works. You want to draw penalties. You want to be on the power play, especially Edmonton. They have the best power play in hockey. So an incredible power play. You know what I mean? So that's what they need the Knights to do. They need the Knights to take penalties, and they're being, you know, good. They're not taking stupid penalties. They really aren't. It's crazy to see that hockey's dominant in Las Vegas and Florida. Again, everybody tells me it's a Canadian sport. Well, we'll see Wednesday when Montreal. Fucking Toronto. If Toronto loses and gets swept, right? All you have left is Edmonton. It's your only hope. Better hope McDavid and Draisaitl do it. I mean, they have the talent to do it.
B-roll clip, J-Lo. I'm back to the mic.
The only my thing with Edmonton is their goaltending. You know, Skinner is a rookie. He does give up some goals. You know, I don't know. I don't know if he's the one. And that's why they still have, I think they went to Campbell the other day a little bit after he got scored on. So I don't know, but I mean the Kings had that same problem. They gave up Korpisalo. They gave up Quick for Korpisalo. Korpisalo gave up 4 goals a game in the playoffs. Quick could have done that for you, and you would have had a nice career, like the end of his career. You know, last playoff run into the sunset with the King, the one team that you played your whole career with. But no, you sent him away for an average defenseman and a terrible goaltender. The best American-born goaltender to ever play the game, and you did that to him. And he played his entire career, brought 2 cups to your team, and that's how you did him. Kings are dirty as fuck for that one, dude. Just dirty, son. Fucking dirty. This is the border. This is in El Paso, Texas. These are the people that got through the border. So, like, what do you do with them now? They were, like, staying on the street over there, and people were complaining that they were sleeping in the tents and things was going on. So they told them to come over here. They'll process them, and then they're going to ship them to some place, I guess. That's what they were saying. Or process and release some of them that have a plan or something. So, I don't know, man. It's wild. Cracking uniforms. Yeah, I kind of like them, man. It's good to see Seattle there, too, man. You know, right away, being dominant. It was a great pick in Matty Beniers. You know, he'll win the Calder, I think, the Rookie of the Year this year. So he deserves it. And just remember, they have the number 4 pick in the draft last year, Shane Wright, who was the guy that everybody thought would be number 1, and fell to 4 for some whatever reason. might have been just, attitude. A lot of them, that's what happens. Like, when some of these kids have attitude, they're young, fucking 17, 18. You think you're the shit. Look, when you have to be a confident dude to be a fucking sports player. You can't be just, meek and quiet. You have to be aggressive. You got to be that, alpha male, the double alpha. The problem is sometimes some motherfuckers are too alpha, I guess, and you got to learn to humble yourself, even though you're an alpha sometimes. So we'll see. Shane Wright, if Shane Wright is what they think he is in the next year or two, the fucking Kraken could be really good. And I cannot believe it. I mean, we haven't even really talked about it, but the Chicago Blackhawks history changed yesterday tremendously. They won the sweepstakes for Connor Bedard. This kid, he's apparently better even than Connor McDavid. He's done more in the World Junior for the Team Canada than Connor did as a kid. And his name is Connor. And everybody wanted this kid. This kid's like a generational player. Really, really good. And, they won the draft. Think it's rigged? Yeah, it should have been to the Ducks. A lot of people were saying. So, should have been to the Ducks, But who knows? It is what it is. And so Bedard will be going to Chicago, and undoubtedly they'll be taking him. There's no way they're trading the pick. This kid's generational. It's not Arizona. The draft was yesterday. The lotto. They won. They got the ball, the ping pong ball. They won. Ducks picked second. And I think the Ducks have picked second 2 other times. They've never picked first. But I remember Oleg Tverdovsky, that guy. He was a high pick, and there was somebody else. It wasn't Paul Correa. I think he went like 3rd or something like that, 4th. But I can't remember who the other one was. This kid's amazing. Lobster. I mean, he's the kind of kid that's behind the net, picks the puck up with the stick and literally just throws it around the net. Like, doesn't even put it on the ice. He's wrapping it. He's picking it up with his stick and fooling the goaltender, throwing it off his back. He's like that. Like an amazing player. No, Solani was a pick for Winnipeg, Remington. He went to Winnipeg. He only went to Anaheim after playing with Winnipeg. The Finnish Flash, Teemu Solani. So it's not him either. I want to say maybe Ryan. What's his name? Ryan Getzlaf. Might have been Ryan Getzlaf. I'm going to go with Oleg Tverdovsky and Ryan Getzlaf. Those are going to be my picks for the 2 number 2s overall. Getzlaf was a big player. I mean, he's probably end up being a Hall of Famer. I don't know. Chris Chelios, definitely not Chelios. Chelios was picked by Montreal in like 84. Oh, really? Your mom? I mean, your son played with Timo? That's so dope. Who's your son?
We're at the Processing Center, right next to the port of entry here in downtown El Paso, Texas, where
Getzlaf was solid.
A big group of Venezuelans that were living in the streets of downtown El Paso have been informed if they turn themselves in, they'll be processed.
Bobby Ryan? Is that who it was?
And
Okay, my bad.
into the United States.
Bobby Ryan, I was off one.
To remain while they have their court date appearance.
You have a ton of Temus. Some of Temus in perfect shape are good, worth good money.
For a lot of NGO benefits, so that's why they're
just doesn't have a whole lot of hobby love.
Free bus ticket over to their final destination.
That's the problem with some players. Some players, some of the players are really good and just don't have a whole lot of hobby love. Just how it is. It's really trends. Like, who are the people trending after? Oh, you like Curry, I like Curry. Well, everybody now likes Curry, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because again, Curry wasn't Curry when you first saw him. I remember watching him play before he was, the chef. You know what I mean? And he was still a youngin', so that's the thing is, like I said, some people just grow into love, and that's what it's all about. It's not really about how good you are. Sometimes it's just about hobby love, because there's some people that aren't even that good. And
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna go back to downtown now.
the line's longer now, huh? All right, he's going to go roll back to downtown, see what it's like. For the ones that are just joining, this is live in El Paso, Texas. First Responders Media.
The vehicle and head over to downtown.
Seeing basically what's going on with some of the illegal immigrants that come through that aren't a part of the the movement and push to let them in, because some of them are making their way through along with the others, and it's kind of just trying to figure out what's happening with them, because we know what's happening with them, kind of thing. So it is wild. Do I have any Outman or Vargas autos? I definitely don't have Outman. I sold every Outman card I have. He sold fast because everybody thinks he'll win Rookie of the Year, and he probably will. So all my Outman stuff went up fast. And the Vargas, I think I have most of my Vargas stuff sold. I don't have any autos, though. I have some other stuff I need to put up. Bobby Ryan was taking second. Thank you, Lone Silencer. Do I play any sports video games, Maxwell? I used to. Man, I was number 7 in the world at fucking Tiger Woods Golf. Let's go. Top 10 in the world, son. I was pretty darn good, man. I'd fuck you up really good. Boop. Just dropped that son of a bitch right there. I was making 6-inch putts all day long. Choop, choop. And I used to play Madden, I don't know, 10 years ago or more. So, yeah, I don't play Madden anymore. And I used to play hockey all the time. But I was playing, with my friends, Genesis hockey, like NHL, EA NHL hockey. I'd buy it every year that it came out. So we'd always play that, crack out on that. And as far as baseball games, I still think to this day there isn't a better baseball game than the original NES RBI baseball. I'm trying to tell you, if they legitimately just put today's lineups and kept everything else the same, the graphics, everything, the ball, I don't want any changes but the lineup. That's it. Just give me the lineup change. And I'm telling you, that should be the hottest seller right now. You're listening, whoever I forgot who made it. Was it Konami? I think it might have been Konami. Whoever the fuck made it. If you're listening right now, everybody loves the vintage shit. I'm trying to tell you. You go ahead and put Acuna and Soto and Tatis and all these big names, Mookie Betts, and people being able to play with today's. I'm trying to tell you, it would sell today. People buy cassette tapes and fucking vinyl. I fucking ain't thinking to buy that. Come on. Fun fact, NHL 94 and NHL 2021 has the exact same game cover. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. You like the show, huh, Rob? I mean, I've watched a couple people play it on Twitch. I've never played it myself. The graphics are pretty cool. I mean, it's, again, it's advanced. It's nice in that sense. I mean, dude, I just, as a gamer, as a young gamer, RBI was everything to me. I mean, Bases Loaded was fun because you could bean the guy and then it started like a brawl. He charged the mound if you beaned him. Like after the second beaning, I think like that or something like that. I forgot how it went, but that was kind of fun. But still not as good as RBI.
Also attempt suicide. 1611 Columbus Plain. Checking out information. Subject female. Black. Has anxiety and depression. Stated that she wanted to hurt herself.
Let's take a look at the damn.
1799.
Poor girl. Kush Humboldt, not from Humboldt, but it's Kush. White Walker Kush. I've never had it. I'm assuming it's good. I mean, any weed that's what do you call it? Grown properly is usually good. Don't look at the stupid THC content. That's just, people bragging. Oh, my shit's 18. Your shit's only, 12. Trust me, just smoke it. You'll find out if it's good or not. Simple as that. Because to me, I don't know. THC level's never been something for me that I've ever give a fuck about. Like I always say, do you go to the bar and ask the bartender for the strongest shit? Probably not. Why not? Why don't you drink the strongest shit when you can? Why drink the Corona beer when I can have the whiskey that's gonna crush me? Because I like the Corona beer. Right? So that's the same thing here. There's no, you know what I mean? It's a braggadocious thing. And I'm telling you, I've had stuff that's way lower in THC content really fade me out. It's about the grower, That's why I always say they're real scientists.
North Fresno Street. It's code 2 incident 2223RD 149.
Yeah. Taste over quantity. Oh, for sure. Quality over quantity. Quality over quantity always. I mean, that's just, a connoisseur look at it. Yeah, top shelf. Yeah, that's what you want. Well, I mean, again, the word top shelf can be deceiving too, though, because, again, like you can go into one of those illegal joints where it's $35 cap weed and that, you know what I mean? And their top shelf is, $35. Oh, this is the shit on the top shelf. Here's the bottom. Here's our mids. And when it's all mids, it's all bullshit mids. A lot of people think, because I have a dispensary, well, it's legal. It's not. You have so many rogue dispensaries, so many. And they know they're going to get busted, but it doesn't matter. The fine, what they make in an hour pays for any fines they're going to get now. And they take all the weed when they come in and raid them, right? So what they do is keep a jar of this and a jar of that, and probably put the rest in a car down the street, or it's close by somehow, somewhere, or gets delivered. Oh, we need this and that. We're running out of that, and that's how they do it. In case you roll in, and usually it takes months for you to come figure it out. So by then they've made a couple $1 million, maybe $1 million, because then they aren't doing they're not testing their weed. They're not paying the taxes. They're come in and just spend $35. Any weed you pick, it's $35 for an eighth. That's how you know those cap stores. Come on, right away. $35 cap weed.
Mission units. Unknown trouble 136 Foothill Boulevard, 13600 Foothill Boulevard, apartment 18. Subject at the location, female, white, 4 years, 5'6", loud, bright, light brown hair. Subject from bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, substance abuse, unknown if under the influence. Medical emergency involved. Code 3 inside 2234 D1918.
Oh, the apps have been around forever, Rusk, on the delivery services again, because they can. How are you gonna bust them?
Now, Hill Street and 17th. Hill Street and 17th. Incident 2. Correction. Suspect is male black on a skateboard assaulting a female white with an unknown object. Incident 2237 RD 192. Stand by for additional.
Guy on a skateboard beating a lady.
Valley traffic unit. Correction. Valley traffic unit. Summons traffic 11732 Roscoe Boulevard. 11732. Roscoe Boulevard, code 3 inside 2230 D1684.
Yeah. See, he's on the walk here. Walking in El Paso.
271 East Olympic at the WSS. Suspect male, Hispanic, 30 years, wearing a half blue face, must call for clothing. Yelling at employees, much traditional. Code 223-99497.
Well, I don't know about that, Simon. I mean, I don't know if any of them are really willing to. I'm not saying it never happens. I think the ones that are doing it are kind of dumb to risk their license like that. I mean, it makes really no sense, right? Why risk it for the black market weed when it should be the other way around? Like the guys with the legitimate weed who can't get rid of their weed are selling their shit there. You know what I mean? Because nobody's buying their shit because of the taxation hike and all that other shit. They're getting the $35 cap weed. So they need to sell. I mean, dude, weed only has so long of a shelf life. You need to get rid of it. So what's the draw to the shitty store that's underground? Have that cookies, have those name brands. Cookies! You know what I mean? And then when it's legitimate, they're really going to come to your underground store. That'll get busted in a few months, whatever. I think it's quite the opposite. You know, when you're trying to be legitimate, why a couple pounds of weed for that to get busted? It doesn't make sense. Not after you've complied and put up a brick and mortar and jumped through 9,000 hoops. It makes no sense. You know, so if you as a legitimate dispensary owner are doing that, it makes you're a fool in my book. Nice. Looks like L.A. Is he in L.A. or El Paso?
17 between Hill and Olive. We are disconnected the line. No further information.
Can't even get by. What up?
Additional incident 2237.
Okay, whatever you're a mother or father with a stroller, you know, and you got to get to the store or down the street. I know, fuck them. What about you're a senior citizen? Worked your whole life in this country and worked hard. Can't even, you know, walk down the street with your cane or your walker. You know? What if you're just a jogger and you want to enjoy? You don't want to jog in the street because you get hit by a car. There you go. It's just like LA. I don't see any different. Okay, and see, this is what these people are angry with. They got to look out their window and see this all night, all day. You know? Oh, hell no, wheelchair. Forget no wheelchair. You're a wheelchair. Who cares about you? Right? And how do they deal with you pissing and shitting in the street? Oh, don't worry about it. We'll just line up some Andy Gumps. That, by the way, I'm sure that's like $1 million a day for those 30 Andy Gumps when it's normally probably 10 grand, you know, for any concert. We'll give Andy $1 million. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me put up his thing here.
Those of you that need help from the city in El Paso, if you want help from our city in El Paso, you must be processed through CBP. So this memo here, this information that was given to them this morning, is pretty much telling them if they want help from the city and they're a getaway, they skip Border Patrol, they must turn themselves in. And so it tells them if you have not been processed, please turn yourself over to the 1101 South Oregon Street in El Paso. That is where you'll be processed by officials and sent in the right way for your immigration status.
There you go. So there you go. Those people, that pertains to those men and women that were in that line that we just saw. So they're handing the flyers out to them saying, hey, you can't like be here hanging out all day anymore. Here's your flyer. This is where you need to go. And most have gone, I'm assuming.
So one of that guy with the camp, he doesn't want to look up. He says that Border Patrol was the one who handed out this piece of paper this morning.
Imagine living in the building right here.
Less people on the streets, guys, because of this turning.
It's fucked up. Like, imagine paying rent. Look, they gotta lock the gate. That shit's a fire hazard right there. Can't have no gate lock like that. Imagine if there's a fucking fire and everybody's rushing to get out. A senior citizen, how the fuck are they gonna get out? How's anybody gonna get? How am I gonna get out through there? I mean, bro, you could literally kill somebody like that. And I get why they do it. I totally get it because, again, they're probably having people come and take shit.
There's always one person.
And they're fucking tired.
We'll get some information exactly.
It's fucking sad.
Who gave them this piece of paper?
You know what I mean? So what do? Do you lock the property up so they don't steal and live in there? Like start moving in? Setting up a camp?
Los muchachos de la patrulla fronteras venían con uniforme. So yeah, guys, Border Patrol was the one who handed out, which makes sense because the color matched the Border Patrol trucks.
Right. Look at all these. These are tents, and you see the American Red Cross, right? It's Red Cross tents that they are blankets, and they've made them into tents. So Red Cross just comes and gives them blankets and water. And this is what happens. They bring them here so they can get the votes and all that, and then give them nothing else. Some people have like a plan and a family that they can go and live with. Most don't.
Border Patrol came around with the pieces of paper.
There's people in there. Look.
and they were handed
Right
out
there.
to
There's
him,
somebody
and that's
right
why
there,
they're saying
bro.
The streets are empty right now because everybody just took off fast.
So, and a lot of people took off fast because they didn't want to. They don't want to turn themselves in. So you had a group that turned themselves in, or that are turning themselves.
So the others just bailed out. They'll be back later. And look, straight camp. Look at that, straight camp they've set up. Everybody got their own tent next to the shitters, which must smell nice. The heat, and the poop. Oh yeah, let's get that. Yeah, let's get that TikTok getting. Oh yeah, that TikTok going.
So I'm assuming they're trying to clear
Cops
the streets
just sitting
before
here,
Title 42
watching
starts
it all.
to relieve some of the space here.
Really not much to do. Getting paid good money to just chill
Morning, sirs.
and just watch the clown show unfold. You know, it's not their fault. Nothing they can do. They just make sure they keep the peace. I mean, look at all this shit. Look at all that. They've literally... This is why Homeboy locked it up. Look at that. Bro, I think that's a church, I think. And they've just taken over the whole inside.
I'll tell you something, guys. It's supposed to be real hot.
Holy
here
shit.
in Minneapolis with weather.
There's all the sheriff right there. Or the ranger. Look. Texas Ranger right there, I think. Holy shit.
It's been super hot here.
Yeah, it looks like a church.
Buenos días.
Todd.
¿Este papel se lo entregaron ustedes en la mañana? ¿Cómo a qué horas pasaron a entregar este papel? Como a las 4.
What's up, Gio? How are you?
Los oficiales de la troca blanca con
Does he really own it? Yes, it's me. He owns it. Mr. Harlan owns all this, too. This is all Mr. Harlan's property.
Okay, gracias. All right, so
Yeah, there's gotta be. Look,
once
it's
again,
definitely a
it's
church.
confirmed
Look at that.
This piece of paper was
It's wild.
handed out.
They've taken
by
over
our
the church
CBP.
right there. That's wild.
Custom Border
Look
Protection.
at these big old satellite trucks. The leeches
Command
are
center.
here. The leeches are here. Yeah. in
Now
the
look,
command
it's the other side too of this church.
center, all the fake news are out here.
Yeah, Sacred Heart. That's what it just said right there. So it's definitely a church. I do need a translator. But look, I don't need a translator for that. I got an eyes. I got some eyes. Even one working eye can see that. They've literally just camped out in front and made little shelters everywhere. It's only getting hotter too. What's going to happen in summer? Texas summer? Ooh, Texas summer in El Paso? Not going to be nice. They're lucky it's only spring.
Ya con su papel correcto para irse en autobús y todo. ¿Me muestra el papel, por favor? Took him 2 hours, bro, to get out.
So he's already been through the
Turning, yeah.
Oh, so 2 hours.
This is
So he went through the process. They let him go.
No, ojalá. Estamos pidiendo para que no.
Where's he going?
I-94 guy. So,
Notice to
¿cuánto tiempo duró
appear.
desde que se entregó hasta que lo soltaron?
So stay here. Notice to appear.
Me entregué a las 10.
Obviously.
Son 3 horas y media.
Apenas lo acaban de soltar ahorita.
Sí, porque hay bastante gente, pero uno tiene que esperar su proceso poco a poco.
Okay, guys. ¿Y usted de Venezuela?
Sí, venezolano.
¿Hasta qué
Venezuela.
estado va?
Yo hasta Nueva York.
Nueva York. All right, guys.
He's going to New York.
¿Cómo pasó usted por el
Hueco.
por el hueco? Aquí a la carrera. Vámonos.
No, tampoco corrí porque no había migración ahí.
¿Nomás caminaron? ¿Qué tan grande estuvo el grupo?
No, yo pasé con 4.
Los 4 siendo más como si nada.
Yo y 3 más.
Aquí está abierto, vámonos.
Yeah, but you don't give somebody a notice to appear that you're deporting, right?
Okay.
Notice that?
Gracias. All right, guys. So,
And these are the ones that came in illegally.
He turned himself in this morning at 10
Not the
a.m.
ones that
He was
showed up
released
at the border and that
1
were
p.m.
allowed in and escorted in
At one-
and
that's
shipped
it, 3
across the
hours,
country.
man. 3
Those
hours
there's
across
those
the
guys
now
and
he has
girls.
the paperwork
And then
that
there's
he needs
these
to
guys
go
and
over
girls.
to an NGO
You need to know that.
to be transported to New York. He's going to New York.
So they're
guys.
here now, so
Ask
like,
them
well, fuck it, they're here. There's nothing we
across
can do.
the border.
Normally you'd
Because
deport
there was
them,
a gap in the
but they
border.
won't
I
do
told
that
them,
because
"Do you
again,
run?"
these are
But
voters.
no, we just walked. There was no
Who-
border
you know, you
patrol.
don't do
There was a
that to
group
your
of 4 of
voter
us. We
base.
just walked right across and walked down here. So, people that say that we do not have open borders, there we go. He just admitted on camera that him and 4 other individuals were able to walk across the border like nothing because there was no border patrol around. They made their way down here so they illegally enter, guys. If we do that, if me as a U.S. citizen does that, we will be hit with a felony. We've been told already, if you cross without using the correct port of entry, you will be charged with a felony. They were able to do it themselves, went around the port of entry, they walked themselves over down here, and they got rewarded with a piece of paper within 3 hours after he turned himself in, to be able to walk away from El Paso and head over to his final destination, which is New York. Yeah, I asked him, were you guys running across the border? He goes, no, we just walked. So
what does an invasion and owning your home have to do with each other? Like, don't get it. Don't get the correlation.
No, dijo, no vamos a arriesgar.
The other.
¿De qué país son ustedes? De Ecuador. Puro Venezuela. Puro Venezuela ya. Dijeron que para puros venezolanos, ¿verdad? ¿No son tres? All right, guys. So the people in line.
Well, of course you don't own your land ever. Even when you own your house, you don't own it. That's why you pay property tax on it, right? Right? Even when you own it. Right?
So everybody, the people I just talked to right now, they're from Ecuador. They're not allowed to get in line. All the people that are in line over there, what you guys just seen, those people are from Venezuela.
So many Venezuelans. But I'd get out of that country too, man. Venezuela stinks
so
now.
That they're processing them real fast. Remember, guys, there was a big press conference a couple of days ago in Brownsville, Texas, where they stated that nobody,
shout out to Joe,
absolutely nobody from Venezuela was being allowed in.
Nora Parrish, thank you so much, Nora. Sorry I missed that. Thank you, Nora.
¿Cuánto tiempo duró usted para?
Appreciate you, Nora. She went through it too, look.
Día de presentación y la fecha para el 2027.
¿Sí me la permite? Gracias. So here's your court date, guys. April the 12th.
In Dallas, Texas.
2027. April. Le dieron 3 años.
She has to find her way to Dallas. She's in El Paso.
4 years is her court date. She has a court date.
In 4 years. 4 years? Just after the next elections? Ah, shit, yeah.
Okay, ¿a qué hora se entregó usted?
Como a las 11 más o menos.
11 de la mañana. ¿Y a qué hora la soltaron?
Como a las 12.
¿Una hora?
Sí, pues mientras hacen el proceso de la captación de huellas, de registro de documentos, todo.
Y ya nomás va a esperar un autobús para irse a su... ¿A dónde va?
A Dallas.
A Dallas, Texas. No está tan lejos, ¿no?
No,
ya. Feliz.
Demasiado.
Okay. Gracias.
De nada.
All right, guys. So she turned herself in at 11, and she was released at noon. 1 hour.
1 hour, guys, after
1 hour to be released.
And then pretty much a permission slip to be in the United States for 4 years.
I love Joe's, bilingual skills. You know, speaks such great Spanish, such great English. He could easily be a translator. Make really good money. If he worked for the city or the government, he'd make more money because he's bilingual. You know? It's a great skill. I'm jealous. Wish I was like that.
So, here's my guess, guys. My guess, El Paso was out of money for NGOs. That's why they had everybody was in the streets.
NGO ran out of that cash. Where's Soros at?
Allocated $200 million. El Paso was going to receive like $12 million of it.
I just want to let you know the chrome really sets off that Silverado.
Within an hour.
The chrome liners on the wheel well there really set the truck off.
Un platillo muy famoso allá en Venezuela, ¿sí? La arepa. Sí. That's it. Let's go. I'm gonna go walk this way. See if there's another on this side.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean I know a lot of Latinos that don't speak a lick in Spanish, Jim. Just gonna let you know.
Remember, guys,
they're called
they are
pochos. I think that's what they call them.
To do
something like that. There's a term in
the wrong way, guys.
a term
migrate
for
the
Mexican
wrong
Americans
way.
who
People
don't
wait years,
speak
guys.
Spanish.
When I say people wait years, people wait 10,
I think it's
15 years to get their
could
chance
be wrong.
to come into the United States. This people, and those
Is
people
it Sal?
never break the law.
See,
Those people
fucking Sal
never
Ortiz knows.
cross illegally.
See?
They're in Mexico. They're in different
I'm right.
countries,
It's pocho.
waiting for their
You know
lottery
what?
ticket, pretty much.
If you remember Born in East LA, you know, Cheech, he wouldn't speak Spanish, remember? When he got deported. And everybody else on the bus was speaking Spanish, and they called him a pocho pendejo. You know what I mean? Because he was acting a fool on the bus, and he couldn't speak, he couldn't couldn't talk to the rest of them. So there you go.
Oh, but there are guys which
There you go.
4 blocks, 3 blocks away from here.
So it happens more frequently than you'd think. Seriously, don't assume. And me, you know, I know a lot of little terms. You know, I work with a lot of Latin folks, so you know, you pick up terms here or there. You know,
Black Friday,
you know, good ones, bad ones, but regardless, you pick up terms. I can't put sentences together, but I would pretty much get what you're trying to say to me. So yeah, I need to get like Joe. I need to get them Joe skills. Yeah, Born in East LA is great. I almost want to watch it today. Don't you like them tacos, Rudy? So I'm only going to charge you $2. Fucking Daniel Stern. Dude, holding him hostage down there.
It's pretty much empty. I think I'm gonna
Rudy
walk
was his best worker.
back to the other side. You want to walk back over?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
That movie is truly a drop fest, you know?
Everybody's gone over there to the other side.
Fuck me? No. Fuck you.
I start walking back to the processing center, guys.
Anything that I want.
Where their buses are coming.
Fucking
from
fail.
what we have interviewed guys the last couple of days.
Orale, vato,
there's
what's
a few big
happening?
hubs. When we were down in Bronzeville yesterday,
It's just a,
or
you
the
know?
day before yesterday, we were asking people if they're going over to San Antonio, Texas, at the Migrant Resource Center. And when I was here talking to people, days ago, they were heading over to the processing center for the NGOs in Denver, Colorado.
Let's go Cowboys.
From there, it's like a big hub.
Go
'Cause
Cowboys.
from there, they're able to take that paperwork they just got right now.
Damn boys.
And the NGOs have been giving money to buy them bus tickets, get buses to charter them.
Thanks, Randy.
Over to New York, New
Fucking
Jersey,
Satan.
Washington,
Get
Oregon,
behind me,
California,
Satan.
Texas,
Get behind
Tennessee.
me.
We pretty much heard
Telling you,
every
it's a
other
fucking,
state
it's a,
besides Alaska
what do you call it?
and Hawaii.
It's just a treasure trove of drops. Incredible movie. It by far is the funniest movie that Cheech ever did that was not Cheech and Chong.
Subas. ¿A qué hora sale Subas? 7:30. She said they turn this off at the gate, but they have the paperwork. They're waiting for 7:30 to come around.
Hold on, guys. I don't know if that Spanish music is copywritten or not. I'm not trying to. I'll wait for him to walk away here, and then I'll.
30 p.m.
There we go.
And they'll be heading out to Miami, Florida.
Yeah, Born in East LA, man. Shit's great. It's a great movie. Fucking Paul Rodriguez was young in that shit. Bringing Jesus the fucking tall can. Give me a beer. Give me a beer now.
Who's here now? They have their command centers out there.
Yeah. Well, rips open a beer and brings Jesus a beer. Oh, because of the fucking phone. Remember answering machines? Remember when you had an answering machine? Shit, yeah. You have to rewind it and listen and hope somebody left you a message.
There we go, guys. We're, like always, doing some investigation out here.
Holy
talking
shit.
to people, interviewing people, bringing you guys breaking news. This is breaking news because this was not happening a couple of days ago.
I want an answering machine.
This started this morning at 4 a.m.
But I do have one, I guess. A voicemail. It really is your new age of answering machine.
I'm going to go down there for a little bit.
Caller?
Oh, right here, huh?
No, we're next one.
Oh, yeah.
Caller? Leave a message at the beep. Get it, dog. Get the Chevy. Get it, the Camaro. Yeah, it's a whole thing going on here in El Paso. I'm sure the folks of El Paso really not thrilled with it. I mean, because again, even if you're for this, you know, people coming into the country unimpeded, you're not for them lying out in the sun with their families and their young kids. I'm sure under a fucking Red Cross blanket.
Yes, Robin,
homemade tent. I'm pretty sure you're not for that, right?
The viewers that joined late.
For the ones who do love them and want them here, pretty sure you're not for that. So.
I like this gimbal so much better than that whole setup. Stabilizes and
yeah, it's just wild, man.
A quarter of the way.
No, I've never been to El Paso, John. I've been to Texas. Been all over Texas. Amarillo, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Austin. Fuck, I've been to Austin 4 or 5 times. No, at least 4 times to Austin. Can't think anywhere else that we've really been. I mean, and you remember we're driving all around there in a bus.
That being said, guys,
so, but you never been to South Padre Island? Never been to El Paso?
They're penalized with up to 10 years before they could reapply.
We've been to Arlington before.
That is.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's about it. Is there any other big cities I missed in there? Texas. I got a ton of cities, just not a whole lot of big ones that I haven't named.
Census pick virtual production.
Michael, bring a lot of music. It's not the most fun state to travel through, and it's giant.
I wish we
Take
had
you
it
10 fucking hours just to get through
fly out
most of it.
From one place in the morning to another place.
I mean, same thing with California. If you started at the border,
to get here in time.
you know, just below Mexico, if you were at the Mexican border and went all the way through to Oregon, you know, probably take you, 10, 11 hours, I'd assume. And Mr. Harlan owns it, so I'd be careful.
We have breakfast, Beth.
Fucking love Mr. Harlan. I'd love to have him on the show. I could literally listen to that dude talk for 20 minutes. I wish they'd give Mr. Harlan and all of them like a 5-minute time. Except for Mr. Herman, I don't know, man. That dude would go off the rails in 5 minutes. You could totally tell that dude's mentally ill. I mean, he's hopping around like a rabbit in the back, and he's doing little fucking faces like, I mean, dude, these are things that, an 8-year-old with, an 8-year-old with behavioral issues are doing. And he's doing it at probably 50. So, yeah, he's definitely, you could see times where they're a little more calm, where they take their medication.
It's so empty from the last couple of days. There are over here, guys.
Why does Border Patrol hate when you record them crossing? You're crossing? Well, I mean, I guess they don't want the...
Yes, I took my meds already.
Again, there's 2 stories being told. There's one saying that this isn't happening and that your border is secure and there's nothing to see here. And then there's this. So when there's this is, camera, like these people or not, are recording evidence. You know what I mean? Not that anything will happen. Not that anybody will get in trouble for what's going on or face any consequence for bringing these people into the country and then, in a sense, just increasing the homeless population across the entire country. Because you'd be a fool to think that all of these people are going straight into homes and their own apartments and getting jobs right away. You'd be a fool to think that. Okay, now, like I said, there's a high percentage that probably have family here. The family said, hey, come on down. As long as you can get here, we'll send you a few bucks. Just get here. And then, we'll get you a local job or whatever. And then, dude, I can tell you this, that in the last week, a McDonald's and a meatpacking company, a slaughterhouse and a McDonald's in the Midwest were caught, hiring young 13-year-old folks that are new to the country. So, yeah, that was all over the news. So they don't want to make that whole, again, it's a quick little story to say that I couldn't say that I didn't tell you. You know what I mean? Then sweep it right under the rug and that kind of shit, and yeah, it's a wild deal. So they got to work.
And that way they could be processed fast. So, in order for them to qualify for NGO help, guys. Remember, guys, the NGOs will not help nobody unless they have the right proper paperwork. Because if they do, they will lose their grant money, and they're in the business. They're not doing it for the kindness.
That's right.
NGOs are in it for the business.
That's it. It's all about that cash. That grift, baby.
My money don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds. I'd like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for sure.
That's it. That's what it's all about. Their fucking money don't jiggle. That shit folds. See, there's plenty of women there. There's another lady with a kid. There's another lady. We saw the two ladies that already were processed. I'm telling you, they're not all men, but if I had to guess, like I'd say 93% men, maybe 7% ladies. I mean, that kind of ratio. Not very many. You know what I mean? Hopefully Hammer works tonight, Gio. Let's see if he works right now. No? Fuck. What's going on with Hammer?
They got $200 million in grant money, guys. $200 million from our government. That's not counting all the private donations.
Hammer working.
But our government has put aside $200 million
Don't know.
to keep this going.
200 million. Guess who pays for the 200 million?
I hate when they do it by mistake. We all do it by mistake.
You want to know why your tax dollars are going?
Yeah, fake news.
Where your tax dollars are going and why your taxes keep getting raised? You day mommy, you day daddy.
There we go, guys, right here.
1 o'clock.
All right, guys, you ready? I'm gonna end this.
Okay.
I gotta go fix the vehicle. We have to go get a new battery for the vehicle. I was not planning to cut off so fast, but we gotta make sure we have a working vehicle to move on to the next spot. So
the coverage continues.
Thank you all for joining.
I like his little umbrella. Smart.
Thank you, Mods. Thank you, Dispatch. Thank you, viewers.
Thank you to First Responders Media and Taco Joe. Some of the best and brightest out of Bakersfield. Taco Joe. Go follow them on First Responders Media, baby.
We'll see you all
showing you the truth.
Bit. As soon as we fix the vehicle, we'll be heading live again. We'll see you in a bit.
All right, there you go. So there is that. Yeah, man. Kind of depressing, just to see what's truly going on, what you don't see on the news. They're busy shoveling you the bullshit. Look over here, don't look over there kind of thing. And, that's how it works. It's how it works. Them bullshit motherfuckers. Yeah, it sucks, man. Just to see the way shit really works. And, yeah, man, they're not real about any of it, and it really sucks. And you should take real thought in the fact that the people that should be telling you this aren't, and if they are, it's very little. They're not telling you much. Let's go take a look at Venice. It's a little dreary, but still nice. You know what I mean? The ones who should be sounding the alarms aren't, so that should tell you that they're complicit. They are complicit. That's it. Wasn't somebody else complicit today? Somebody else. And hold on, was it burdensome? You know, I don't mean to be burdensome on you guys, but we're gonna do one more bowl and then we're out of here. You know, because I have been burdensome. But I will be back later at 8, where then I can be burdensome once again. And I swear, I just want you to go out today and somehow during a conversation with anybody, your fans, your family, your friends, a stranger, whatever, Uber driver, and use the word burdensome. And I want to see if their ears perk up. I want to see if they tell me if they correct you. You know what I mean? Are they going to correct you? Or are they, what's going on? They're going to look at you strange like you're a fucking alien making up your own fucking language. The fuck did he just say? The fuck was that? What was that? Fucking, what was that? Fucking from the planet Melmac. No, that was for Alf, right? Alf was from Melmac. Where was the Coneheads from? They were from, God damn it. Where are the Coneheads from? Remulac. Remulac. Why does my brain remember where Alf and the Coneheads are from? Why does it do that? If there was a Jeopardy for like stupid shit, I'd kill it. Like a, you know, I would kill it. I would kill it on Jeopardy for stupid shit. I'll take stupid shit for $200, Alex. All right, guys, this is the last one of the day. Smoke. Let's get it. Let me turn this up.
65.
Now that Joe's done talking.
Demonstrating on position on the shooting in progress. Pierre received a text and call from his son, who works at the detox center adjacent to the mall. Addition has been 2379. No further.
Whoa, shooting in progress? Holy shit. Rams house, what's up? I did see the Laker game. That was an exciting game, back and forth and back, and a lot of emotion. It was a tight game. I mean, what do you expect, though? Two great teams. You know, the Lakers have almost Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde from the first half of the season after all those, trades or moves. You know, can really revamp a lineup with just 3-4 players, and apparently Lonnie Walker is giving them that shot in the arm, you know, top of D'Lo, and everybody else. AD's playing solid and staying healthy, and LeBron always doing what he's doing. They're looking good. Yeah, that's what they were just saying there, Erica. That was the back end of it. Not worried about it. Like I said, every day there's a shooting. Every fucking day. Every day, and a lot of these turn out to not be shootings. They're just fake bullshit calls. So, I'm not worried about it. Not worried about it. I think what it is there's some real ones and there's a lot of fake ones. And, what they do is they hustle the fake ones to make it seem, bolster it. Make it seem like the problem's worse than it is. And then take your guns at some point.
Black Ray, all black and black Jordans armed with a gun. 211 of elderly male in the park. Last day running on 6 towards 5th. Code 2, incident 2404 9152.
Guy with a gun just robbed an old man in the park. Oh, shit. So that's the way I look at it. That's the way I truly look at it. They wrap a whole lot of fake around a real.
1840, 1949, urges the suspect. 98 Grape Street is now code 2. Suspect is mailed by 50.
Oh, yeah, Gray Leo.
Become aggressive with the PR. Incident 2126.
In this day and age, you don't even need the people. The people sell it for you. They're going on Twitter. They're screaming at me, damn it, you're missing it. 9 people shot at the school here and there. And then it turns out nobody was shot. It was all a false alarm, all lies. And then the real one will happen, and then it convolutes it. Do you understand? They're wrapping a whole bunch of bullshit around the things that may be real. You know? So, I mean, again, well, we were live for the Vegas event. We were live for that shit. Listened to it for hours. Okay? With the scanner traffic. Okay? What we heard on the scanners wasn't a whole lot of what you were told on the news. So that's why I take very little. That's why I don't listen to anything. The news for me is visual. That's it. I want to see what they're showing. Why? Because it's just a live shot. I don't want to see a loop. That's why why would I sit there and watch loops of, there's a mall shooting, so there's a guy, and then they're just shooting the loop, the same loop over and over. And I ask you this. Let's be honest, right? We're in a mall. We're being, this is a hypothetical, right? We're in a mall. The shooting really does happen. Are you going to stay around the mall to talk to the media and all that after that happened? I mean, I wouldn't. I would leave right away. Drop whatever. If I'm in Macy's and I'm dropping whatever clothes I was just about to buy and I'm leaving. I'm scattering. I'm getting right to my car. I'm taking my car and I'm going right home. Not staying where I can be interviewed by the police. And then I said I saw somebody when I was in Macy's and didn't see shit.
Sussex Mall Hispanic in a black Toyota license, 8 Young David 346, 8 Young David 346, code 2413 RD 824.
I'd be out like a light, homie. Staying around, no shooting. I don't care where it's at. Denny's, a nightclub, the mall, wherever. I'm out. I'm fucking waiting. I'm not waiting. You gotta be fucking stupid. And it's always great. It's always great when I see the shooting where somebody's sitting on a gurney. Everybody's shot up, but there's no blood anywhere, and he's on his phone or she's on her phone talking to somebody. I'm thinking to myself, if I was shot by any caliber weapon, especially a high caliber, which they seem to have an affinity for, I would say to you, that would hurt a little bit. So you would be like, ow. You know what I mean? That's what you would be like. You wouldn't be fucking sitting there on your phone, Call him. You wouldn't be all fucking doing that, dude. You'd be like... At the bare minimum. If I shot you with a high powered rifle rather. Yeah. At the bare minimum. At the bare minimum, if you weren't in complete shock. With your limb hanging or whatever. Come on now. So I just find it wild and a little funny. Let's just say. Again, there's literally a mass shooting every day. How come there isn't a court case every day with these people in court? Because 9 out of 10 of them are alive. 9 out of 10 of them are taken into custody. How come I don't see a court case every fucking day about these people? Should be about that time. Yeah, the crisis actors.
Last name on a white shirt, black shorts, and black Crocs. He was last name on 5/8/2023 at 0800 hours. Mental condition is good. Any information, contact Southwest Juvenile Detectives. 2418.
So when something real does happen, it, like I said, it convolutes it. It fucks up. She's doing hopscotch. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. So that's the way I look at it. And I ain't going to perpetuate the bullshit problem, so that's why I don't cover those things. Cover the chases, we'll cover our fun time, cover the protests. Essentially cover everything but that. Because I'm not trying to perpetuate that problem. Okay? And even I got yelled at and screamed at by quite a few folks when I posted the video of the Vegas shooting, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. Because people were asking, well, I want to see it because we're new and we didn't get to see what that whole show was about. So I reposted it and oh my God, I got torched. I got lit up. you're inciting violence. I thought it was a whole new one again, even though they didn't read the title, saying, you know, of course, that it was a replay of the event there. All you're doing is promoting hate. And, oh, man, it was just a whole bunch of shit. So it is what it is, man. I just took it down. I didn't want to hear it. So because of the few dummies, you guys didn't get to see what really went on. And I think it's more eye-opening to see what really went on versus one's personal opinion in that sense, you know. A lot of people don't have self-control. A lot of people feel they are above the law. A lot of people think that they are special, that rules don't apply. So you have a lot of that nowadays. You have people that love to challenge authority. That's it, you know. What is it? I forget the name of it, but you know, just whatever. Again, a lot of push. And I'm not saying you have to be the bootlicker by any means, because again, you know me, I don't agree with everything that these ding dongs do, and I know they're pieces of shits, you know, as far as the lawmakers and all that shit. But you know, at some point in time, you say to yourself, it's about even just being morally right and just being a decent part of society. And not vulturing on other people or doing whatever you're doing, how it's affecting the public. But I guess people would say the same to me. How am I not affecting by me saying what I say?
7th and Figueroa on the lower level near the LA Fit is code 3 incident 2435 and RD 151.
Located where? On Figueroa.
That's it. Figueroa had to get in there at some time. Hold on, hold my beer. That's what Fig said. Is there a Stringers Live app? You'd have to ask Jeremy about that. I mean, he should make one. That'd be great. I'm assuming it might be in the future. It'd be a cool thing. I mean, it's really easy enough to get it on your phone in a sense. It's, you know, I know you'd probably want a direct app, I guess, but I mean, it's easy enough to just open up your Chrome page or whatever. Boom, you're right there. Right. Shout out to Jeremy. He caught that DUI of the fighter, the Tony Ferguson guy. Had a nice catch the other day. Is there a way to donate money? Kevin, they took away all the links because they deemed me harmful, but I do have this.
Suspect 6520 Platte Avenue at the UPS store. Suspect is a transient female Hispanic, 20 years, green curly hair, wearing a red plaid hooded sweater, gray sweats/shoes.
Shout out to the transient.
I love you, filthy hobo.
There was no weapon seen. Suspects currently in front of the store. Code 2 incident 2440, energy 2142.
So, Kevin, you click that link right below the link tree, and if you look, there's PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Those are the three ways that you could actually donate to me. And real enough as it is, you'd actually be giving me 97% instead of 70 or 50%. So, depending on where you sent the money. So, because they take, 30 and 50% respectively, which is high. As to where the three that I other mentioned, the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, only take 3%, which is the way it really should be. But I guess we won't get into all that. Still a nice day on Venice, man. A lot of people are. Well, Draco, I mean, one person's opinion. That's what I say. Who deems who's harmful?
Wilmington and 107 is now code 3 Wilmington and 107. Suspect is at the corner in front of the liquor store. Male, black, 40 years. No shirt, gray shorts, no shoes. Possibly under the influence of narcotics. Attacking passing vehicles.
He's hungry.
And throwing himself onto passing vehicles. It's code 3 incident 2358 RD 1837 southeast of Hamdall. Identified.
Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate you. And of course,
welcome
to the room. Yeah. That's how it all boils. That's what it boils down to. That's their way of knocking into you and trying to cancel you out. So make it to where people can't even donate to you and stuff like that, and make shit tough. But you notice that I'm so harmful they don't kick you off, right? I'm so harmful, but they won't kick you off because again they get all the clicks. Okay. And I need to say shout out to the I was making fun of Todd and the Cincinnati Reds for having a game that had 7,500 attendance. 7,500 people attended the Reds game the other day. And there's a new record low. 2,580 is the new record low for the Oakland A's. I mean, I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, no bullshit. I'm going to tell you right now. Smoke and Scan tonight on Taco Tuesday, just chilling, no chase, no nothing. We're going to get, probably at least 4x that, 5x. 5 times as many people watching Smoke and Scan than there are watching the Oakland A's. Or paying to go and see the Oakland A's. It is, Nay. Why don't you look it up? Happened just the other day. They haven't moved to Vegas yet. I don't know if they're going to or not. But we'll see.
Please go left in the middle of the intersection. The blue sports
They haven't
car,
got the
unknown
approval
maker,
yet.
model, unknown license. Consistent 2453 or
You know.
1773.
So we'll see what's going on. Apparently there was supposed to be like a whole breakdown that they were supposed to give the Nevada state officials.
They're now 521 South San Pedro, 521 South San Pedro. Security will direct. It's code 3 incident 2452 and RD 156.
So yeah, they were supposed to.
Unit trespass suspect there now, 740 West 24th Street, Unit 14. Suspect is Amel Black, 5'11", athletic build. For further description, code 2 incident 2454 8585. Monitor comments for additional.
Yeah, they were supposed to have all the shit done, and they didn't have anything accomplished for Nevada. So we'll see if they. I know they say they already bought the land, but you know, you grease the wheel, right?
15 to 11 Van Allen Street, standby for additional code 3 incident 2457 or 914 Van Nuys Hanoi identified.
See here, hold on. Okay. So this was the one, the prior one, I guess, that I missed. April 5th, right? 34-07 against Cleveland. I mean, it is Cleveland, though, right? Sorry, Todd. Who wants to watch the Guardians? Come on, man. And they're the Indians, by the way. So, again, like I said, it happened the other day. I'm telling you, and it was 2580, I want to say was the final number. That's wild, dude. Shit is wild. They're pissed. The people aren't showing up. They're just done, and they've kind of imploded, and they need to move to Vegas. But again, there are some people saying that they haven't been ready with all the stuff that they were supposed to have ready. But again, you know, like I said, you grease the wheel, you get it in late. So it's pretty wild to see how low the A's have fallen. And you know what's going to happen. Like I said, they'll end up moving, and then they'll end up doubling their value. And funny enough as it is, the Raiders, they value the Raiders at $5 billion, which is wild. There's no way the Oakland Raiders were worth that. Let's be honest. So that's just wild. That's just wild. NASCAR's the same way. Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm out of here for now. Stinks is licking his dick, so might as well get out of here. Don't kiss me with that tongue. So I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a great day. I will be live tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so just here time zones. Thank you for joining me. Thank you all the love and the likes and the thumbs ups and the donos and just the fun. So have a great day. I'll see you guys later.
Hasta la vista, baby.
See you guys. I'm again.